Innocent pink dragon fruit and lychee drink is made of 70% apple juice.
Okay, now they come for my innocent smoothie.
What if you find out that you're sparkling?
Doesn't matter.
Your sparkling water was 60% water, Jay. they had only done like 40% sparkling.
How dare they?
And then they mixed just normal water and I wouldn't know.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I am your host for today, Gant. Joining me once again are the boys, and today we are going to be doing an Anime Man classic. Right?
This is an anime man.
This is an Anime Man classic, right?
I stole from myself.
Yeah, we are copying from Joey's homework and bringing it to the rest of the Trash Taste audience.
I don't want to claim this to be mine because this is not a very original show, if I'm being honest. But yes, I used to do a series on my channel called Let's Fight, where I asked people for unpopular anime opinions, and I would fight them on their opinions. It's been done a million times, but now we're going to do it today, here on Trash Taste.
But we're not going to keep it to just anime opinions, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
We're just gonna have any kind of hot take.
I don't like how people say we have bad opinions. I'm sorry, I said interrupt you. I just think that's up.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's right.
Yeah, I think
we should
have.
judge that.
I think we have right opinions, which we're about to find out why.
Everyone who judges us, they probably have like 15 terrible takes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They
what
just
the
have
hell, guys?
Sorry,
well,
I got really emotional about that for a minute.
It's okay.
I have to defend myself.
I just got really upset about it.
Well, we're gonna find out what some of your guys' hot takes are. So for once, it's not just our takes you guys are listening to.
Exactly.
It's some of your guys' takes.
I hope today that we can find one take we all agree with.
Yeah, actually, I'm wondering if there's any take that we'll actually agree with in here. So we have a bunch of takes from Trashbox Kun that we gathered over, that we asked you guys over on our Patreon, patreon.com/trashtaste.
Make sure to go there.
But we also have the thread up on our screens in case we want to just look at it directly. But I think we're going to start off with Trashbox Kun.
Yeah, let's go through the Trashbox.
Yeah, let's see.
There
is a lot. There's a lot here.
You guys have tons of trash opinions, so let's find out.
All right. Well, this is all printed out. Oh my god. Okay. Vincent Van Flo says, Ohio memes are funny, but I actually like living in Ohio since moving in 2020. There are much worse states to live in.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Is that copium or...
Okay. So...
we only saw one city. You could be in like a nice part of Ohio. Like I'm sure there's a nice part of Ohio.
Where would that be?
I don't know where it is. I'm sure that.
So for context, we went to Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, which is like the worst. Google, what is the worst city in Ohio?
Yeah.
I bet Cleveland pop up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just a gamble.
Like I remember when we did the show in Ohio, everyone and we clowned on Ohio in the show and basically throughout the entire tour. Here we go. 11 most dangerous cities in Ohio. Number one, Cleveland.
Number one,
Yeah.
Cleveland.
It felt like that.
Yeah.
I remember a bunch of people after the show that came up to us were like, yo, man, I get the clowning on Ohio thing is funny and the memes are funny, but like, you guys are also, we're currently in like a bad part of Ohio. Like, you guys need to go check out the good parts of Ohio. And I was like, well, tell me where it is and we'll go there.
No, we won't.
And
why are you lying?
And no one could name a city.
we also wouldn't go there.
Yeah, we also wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Why would you lie to their face, Jay?
Yeah.
You know,
Number one,
nice.
they said, Vincent said, there are much worse states to live in. I would be genuinely curious for any Americans, which state would be the worst to live in than Ohio?
Which state? Well, okay, we have obviously been to a lot of the states in America. And out of all of the ones we've been to, we deemed Ohio to be the worst.
Yes. And
no, I actually think Indiana's worse.
Yeah, Indiana's pretty bad.
Indiana was worse.
Indiana's pretty bad.
I've never been to Indiana.
Indianapolis is just depressing.
But
Indianapolis was the most depressing city we've been to.
But I also have I have also heard from Sydney's brother that Indiana is probably the worst place that he's been to in terms of like, so he travels for work and does different jobs and everything like that. From my experience, I haven't been to Indiana, but from my experience, Ohio is far and beyond. See, when we started the tour, I didn't even know Ohio was a meme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you guys know?
No.
I did know.
I knew nothing about Ohio.
Yeah, because that was when it just about started, the Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just about started.
Okay, I must have been behind the times because
I thought we pioneered that shit.
I thought Americans collectively came together to clown on Ohio. And to be fair, from from our own personal experience of Ohio, and from everything that the show taught us about the state of Ohio as well, which is like, the way we kind of like did our shows was we wanted to learn pretty much something about everywhere where we went.
Yeah.
So something that you'd only know if you went and lived in that place. And so one of the top questions we got was name one thing to do in Ohio, or one thing to do in the state of Ohio.
Or what's Ohio best known for?
Or what's Ohio best known for? And I think number 2 was a sign that says "Welcome to Hell." Right? Do you remember this?
Yeah, they have a sign that says "Welcome to Hell," but I think it got changed recently.
Did it? Can we check? Can we check?
I don't remember this.
Oh, hell is real. Okay, sorry. Not welcome to hell. Hell is real. And this was voted as number 2. Right behind corn, by the way.
I feel like because Ohio is in this unfortunate predicament where it's surrounded by states that have much stronger like identity.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
yeah.
you're surrounded by like Michigan and you got Philadelphia not far off. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think Philadelphia's right next
Yeah,
to it.
I'm trying to remember
Philadelphia.
where geographically
Yeah.
Ohio
Yeah,
is.
you're kind of surrounded by a lot of states that I feel like have a bit of a stronger identity.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
Like whereas Ohio is kind of known for just being like it's a state.
Yeah, we're here.
Also, I feel like this is a bad argument. Like, it is a bad way to argue your case that you don't live in the worst place. Like, you're like, no, it's like the second worst. That's
Yeah.
like a terrible. Like, why would you want to live?
That just sounds like copium.
Yeah, they
to me.
didn't give an argument
That's
on
such
why
copium.
it's
Yeah.
like good.
Yeah, they didn't say why it's good. They were just saying why it's not the worst.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that is a bad argument.
Which I will say, one of the biggest things we learned from being in Cleveland was one of their slogans was, "At least we're not Detroit." And do you remember that?
We all felt that Detroit was nicer.
Yeah, we did.
I
Yeah.
felt like Detroit was nicer than Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Ohio was bad. But it was just because it was just like, I just felt bad for everyone who lived there. It was like the most poorly laid out city I'd ever seen.
It was a COD Zombies map for sure.
And I think
Zombies,
this
bro. I started getting points for barricading windows.
I think this mirrors that energy as well, because they didn't say it was a
Such code.
they didn't say it was a
argument.
bad place to live.
Also,
They were like,
did they say they moved in 2020? Like at the beginning of the pandemic?
yeah, in 2020.
Like, bro, you probably barely went outside. How do you know?
That's probably the best part, not going outside.
It's like, yeah, it was great living in Ohio in the confines of my own home.
But also, when I talk to some Americans, especially from Middle America, what I feel like we both value in a place to live is so very different.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Like they'll list off things that I'm like, what? No, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, that's a shit opinion. We do not agree on that one.
Yeah, from our personal experience and from the experience of talking to locals in Ohio and what people in Ohio have showed us about what the highlights of your state are. Unfortunately, I that is definitely a hot take. And
I feel like Columbia and Cincinnati are a lot nicer.
yeah, I'm sure there are worse states out there. But that's not a good case. That's not a strong case for Ohio.
And you won't catch us in any of those states.
Yeah.
Water is better than coffee or tea.
That is not that. Yeah.
It's not really a hot take.
That's not really a hot take.
Yeah.
Wow, you don't like tea or coffee. It's like, I don't even think that's like,
Just say you don't like tea or coffee.
I feel like anyone who likes coffee or tea would just like it more than water.
Let's try another one. Shit
Argument.
Keep going.
It's not a hot take. This is the best you come up with in all of your brain. This is the only thing you felt like was a hot take. How many upvotes does this have? None.
None. Yeah, rightfully so.
Who is this? Cloudy Clue? Shit. What? Baby powder is an S tier food and we should normalize adults eating it. It would drive the price down and would make my taste a little bit less embarrassing to say it out loud.
I'm sorry, but we're not into DDLG like you clearly are.
What is baby
This
powder?
is two upvotes.
This is 2 upvotes.
How the hell?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Baby powder, like baby formula.
Yeah.
You mean like talcum powder?
No. No. Like, the powdered like milk that babies drink.
I think also like the slop.
Can-
food.
Yeah, all the slop
Can
food.
you Google baby powder?
Basically, this man is arguing that that adults should eat baby food because it apparently tastes better.
Like this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
This stuff?
sludge. Like sludge that
It's like
can eat.
porridge that's like flavored.
Well, it's like a bunch of other shit too. It's
Yeah.
like very like high in like nutrients and stuff that kids need.
I mean, look, if I was an adult with no
guess
teeth,
this guy likes
then
eating
like sure, but
I mean, I'm just saying.
There's also a shortage.
I'm just saying we've never tried it before. Have you tried it? Have you tried baby
Yeah,
powder?
when I was a baby.
yeah, when I was a baby.
but do you have any
As an
memory?
adult?
Do you have any memory of this shit?
Can you Google does it taste good for adults? I just want to see if people like.
I'm
like
just
it.
saying. I think you can make an argument that this probably tastes better than
I
natto
disagree with
does. You know?
normalizing it.
Yeah, I don't think we should normalize. If you want to eat it as an adult, then go for it, bro. You're an adult.
Wait, what does it say? Is it okay for adults to eat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Adult men and women may also use baby powder on
Why is
other
everyone
parts
trying
of
to
their
eat
body.
talc?
What?
Everyone's trying to eat talc here. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Talcum powder?
Yeah, everyone's trying to drink talcum powder.
Isn't it even edible?
It's definitely not edible, but
Why?
holy
Okay,
shit.
but like,
Okay.
presumably there's a guy
But it
out
smells
there-
great, right?
No.
Do you like the smell of talcum powder?
I don't mind it.
Am I the only one that it's just like you
How
smell the
oft-
talcum powder and you're like,
How often do you use talcum powder?
not often.
is
I
this?
actually, it's pretty often. It's actually more often when I'm in like Southeast Asia.
Right.
But I feel like we should bring back using talcum
found
powder.
your
Talcum
alt
powder is
account.
fucking addictive,
This
man.
person says, yes, I eat baby powder. Only the original Johnson & Johnson talc. I love it. Actually, I'm addicted to eat. The smell and taste. The way it feels in my mouth, the grittiness of the powder is amazing.
Wait.
I've eaten it for over 15 years and no health problems at all. It's delicious and stress relieving. Don't knock it till you
Stress
try it.
relieving.
Wait. Is talcum powder edible? Can you search this?
It's definitely not.
Okay, I mean, I don't take this person seriously because they probably also eat flour straight out of the fucking packaging as
It's
well.
more edible though.
Yeah. Flour is definitely edible, obviously.
Yeah, but would you willingly be
It's
like,
tough.
man, I'm feeling a bit hungry, I'm gonna take a spoonful of powder?
Is there a cult of people that eat baby
Should
powder?
not be ingested.
Yeah.
It should not be ingested.
Clearly.
Okay.
Wait, like, so like, I don't understand. I want to know, I'm more intrigued. How did this guy get into this? Like, how did you form this hobby of
Maybe
eating baby
someone
powder?
was using talcum powder around him.
No, it's baby powder.
Oh, baby powder. Somewhat. Maybe he was like, maybe he's a parent. They are a parent, or maybe they had a child nearby who was eating baby powder, and they were like, let me get a taste. of
I've
that.
heard of like sometimes when kids don't want to eat it, they have to eat it in front of the kid to like show them like this is
Oh,
what
by
you
example.
should. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I've heard that, but like maybe that's how that guy got into it.
But okay,
He was like he was like oh.
do you ever have some shit that like is dangerous, but there's a part in your brain that is just like looks delicious though. It looks delicious.
Give me an example.
Yeah,
John.
you got to give an example. I don't do this.
Yeah.
Fiberglass. You know what I mean?
No.
You would
No.
definitely
No.
die.
No, I
You
don't.
would definitely
I don't.
die.
Can you Google fiberglass?
You would definitely die.
There is not a single moment I can even
No.
envision
Bro.
where I look at
100%.
fiberglass and I'm like,
100%.
that looks yummy.
Bro, okay. No. Come on.
What is wrong with you?
No. I know taking a bite out of this, I will die. I will die.
Yeah, no
but the
shit.
part of me is just like kind of looks like cotton candy. Kind of looks like
That is the most whack shit you've ever said. Like straight up.
Look at the pink one. The industrial Look
No.
at that shit. Don't tell me you've never seen that shit and you're like, I know this is fiberglass, but I kind of want to touch it. Also, that's dangerous. Also, kind of looks delicious. Kind of looks delicious.
Do you feel the same way about like asbestos as well? Like,
Nah, asbestos, that looks shit.
that doesn't look delicious.
No,
at all.
I'm saying things that, okay, like you know why people are eating Tide Pods. Because
I don't. I don't.
because
I
they're
don't know.
idiots.
Because they're idiots. I agree
Yes.
with you. But also, you look at a Tide Pod, and if you're a kid, you're like, looks like a gummy. It looks like a gummy, you know? There is part of your brain.
So it's their fault for making it pink.
No, God.
Hey, actually, yes. The pink ones look.
No. I totally get, kids looking at a Tide Pod and being like, "Oh, that looks like a yummy treat."
Yeah.
But I'm an adult, Gon. I have enough IQ to know that if I eat this, it's probably not good.
Yeah, there's zero part of me that has ever wanted to eat this.
Yeah, I don't look at that and be
This
like,
is a weirder
hell yeah.
take than the baby powder. At least the baby powder is edible.
No, I not what I'm saying is
God's
I
like,
know
guys, we
I would
should
not
normalize
eat this.
Tom's gonna end up
I
on my
would not
strangest
eat
addiction
this.
being like, I eat fiberglass every
But
day.
there's something in like my intrusive thoughts that is just like kind of looks delicious. It kind of looks delicious.
Have you ever wanted to eat rocks?
Huh?
Have you ever wanted to eat rocks?
No, rocks don't look delicious.
Have you ever
man.
wanted to eat a mattress?
You just go
No.
through my strange addiction.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
going to my strange addiction.
There's that
now.
one person who eats glass. You ever wanted to eat glass?
No.
Why did
you have to think about that?
What was that? What was that?
Okay.
Is that like a part of you that wants to eat glass?
It's the crunch.
No, bro.
The
You're
crunch.
cooked. You're
The
cooked.
crunch.
Never bring this man to church.
The
ever again.
only reason like I was just like considering it was because I was like, I eat ice, you know, and that's my strange addiction. I have to like crunch on ice.
No, I like that too, but
Yeah.
I know it's edible because it's just water.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about shit that you know is edible. I'm talking about when you have that intrusive
So
thought.
you're telling me that every time you go to like a church building or something and you see like the mosaic stained glass window, you're like,
I can just imagine the 17th century glassblower just watching Garn eat his creation in front of him, mortified. He's like, what? What do you do?
You know, it's like.
have you looked at sand and thought the same way?
No, sand is like it's too grainy. It's the crunch in sand is like we've all ingested sand before.
Of course.
Like it happens.
It happens.
And that just feels horrible because the grains are too small for there to be a satisfying crunch.
So are you saying
to
if they were like small pebbles that would like crumble apart, you would eat them? Like if they crumbled apart when you bit into them, they like snap?
Are you saying that the problem is the texture?
I'm saying that. I'm saying a nice texture is a nice texture. You know, that's why. You know. Sometimes you guys are looking at me like texture isn't a hugely important part.
No. It is. But
of food and shit
I've
like
never
that.
wanted to eat like sand rock.
yeah.
I'm not saying I wanted to eat a sand rock either, but what I'm trying to say is there are some things where you know are inedible, but there's just something about it that just like there's something about it in your mind that you're like, I'm gonna die, but I just want to know.
Have you ever eaten something that was inedible? Either by accident or on purpose? Because I
Probably have.
I used to eat.
Oh, you told us about this, right?
I used to eat the Starburst wrappers.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
And it wasn't until very recently I found out I've been eating plastic my whole life.
Bro, you were not microplastic dosing. You were
Macroplastic.
You were macroplastic dosing.
Because in Japan, they have the rice paper packaging, the rice paper wrappers that they would have on some types of gummies, which is actually edible.
Yeah.
Right? So I would have those because, you know, they're edible because it's rice paper.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty similar consistency to the Starburst
it's not.
wrappers. It's
It's
just
like
a little bit
wax.
thicker.
No,
Did it taste good?
No, it's like wax, dude.
I don't know, because like I thought it was like, oh, it must not have any flavor because
It
it's
must
like
have
rice
tasted
paper.
so bad.
No, it doesn't taste like anything. Oh, I did kind of think where it's like, oh, it is a little chewy, but like,
How many packs of Starburst with plastic on them do you think you've eaten in your life? Like, give me a conservative guess.
conservative guess.
Yeah, like
Okay, individual Starburst, I've probably had.
no, like a pack. So a pack is like what, like 10 there to 8, something.
I've probably had maybe 50 to 100.
You've probably had like a small slide's worth of plastic, like a kiddie pool slide worth of plastic.
Probably.
What does your body just poop it out? Does you not think, why is there wrappers in my poop?
No, I've never checked.
You don't check. You didn't. When you take it a shit, you don't feel like the envelope on your ass cheek, like brushing it.
No, I don't feel it.
No, strong stomach acid.
They're like wrapping, like tickling your butthole, entering it.
No, not really.
What the fuck? I feel like I would notice.
My stomach was just
A whole
really
pack
messy.
of plastic,
Yeah.
and you had no sensation of plastic in your poop.
No.
That's wild. That's crazy.
No.
What is wrong with both of you?
I don't know.
I've never
mean,
done this.
bro, this is why.
I thought they were edible.
Yeah, this is why I was that kid where I could not.
This is why everything needs instructions that we make fun of those people.
Yeah.
We're like, why the fuck did I unwrap it?
This is why I'm down to eat anything because I can even eat plastic.
Yeah. Which is why I read the baby powder thing and I'm just like, wait a minute. There might be weirder things out there. There might be weirder things out there. What's some other like strange addiction
I
shit?
just like how Joe's like, I can't eat this. Just pulls out a piece of plastic and a cheese grater. And
Not enough plastic.
Perfect. Perfect.
Honestly, the plastic wrapper in the Starburst thing, that actually sounds kind of satisfying. Just
Well, so have you had the sweet in Japan? The lemon one, the one with the wrapper. What is it called?
The rice paper wrapper?
Yeah, what's the famous one called? The one with the lemon, like gummy.
The lemon gummy.
It's like Chris introduced it to me, and it kind of blew my mind because it really did feel like you were eating the Starburst with the wrapper.
Yeah. It's exactly that.
It was really freaky.
And you know,
I didn't like it.
especially when you're eating like Starburst, on like a hot summer day or something, and they've slightly melted and they've fused to the plastic.
Oh, no.
You're fucking struggling, and you're like struggling to open this thing because it's just like
You would know. You never opened it.
Yeah, no. I think I remember. That's how I started eating the wrappers because I was like the Starburst.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just-
one, this one.
Yeah, these the Bontan.
Oh,
so
okay,
these
okay,
have
yeah.
the rice paper pack
Yeah, you can just
things
rip
on
these
it,
straight
and
up.
you can just put it straight in your mouth with the
Oh,
wrapper.
that sounds
and everything.
amazing.
Right? So I thought Starbursts were like these because I grew up eating these.
Yeah.
So, when I would struggle to like open up the Starburst packets because it's just like goop and fused to the thing. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, I don't want to fucking struggle to eat this thing. And so I think I saw somewhere or maybe somewhere in my brain was like, just eat the whole thing. And so I would, and it would save me so much time. And now I realize why I have stomach problems as an adult.
No fucking kidding. It's probably lined with like enough plastic to make a Mac. You got a gumpless worth of plastic in your stomach.
that's why I don't. That's why I don't care about like microplastics in my seafood.
Right, I've been
or whatever.
macrodosing.
I've been
Macrodosing.
macrodosing on plastic.
You're like,
my whole
oh, I
life.
can't get too much plastic from the tuna.
Yeah, I'm still alive. So
Crayons. You ever want to eat crayons as a kid?
I've eaten a crayon.
I fucking knew you were a crayon. I knew you were a crayon eater, Joey. I knew you were a crayon
Wait,
eater.
did
hold on.
you eat it with the wrapper on?
No, I took the wrapper off that one.
That's the Starburst crayon experience, man.
Look, when you're a kid, right? You get curious.
Yeah.
And especially things like a Crayola, you're just like, oh, that thing,
that looks like a
No,
multicolored
what?
sweet.
Yeah.
I
I guarantee I am not the only person who has done this. I'm
No,
sure
no.
there are more kids than not who have grown up having
they
taken a
are-
bite out of a Crayola.
They are edible for a reason.
Yeah.
They're designed to be edible.
Play-Doh?
Holy
I
shit.
ate Play-Doh.
Okay,
I-
okay.
Oh my God.
Now we're talking.
Dude, I was on a steady diet of Play-Doh.
I think I ate like a fistful of Play-Doh.
Oh, 100%.
I also actually have memory now. Like I remember one time when my mum came back mortified
Yeah.
because I'd found her makeup
Yeah.
and I had eaten the lipstick. I'd eaten the whole.
I can
thing of it.
actually see.
Oh, I've also
Because that shit. When I was like 4, that shit looked delicious.
Yeah. I totally
that
get it.
looks delicious
That
now that I
fucking
think
delicious.
about it.
I also did the same thing with chapstick as well. I used to
Chapstick.
eat chapstick.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, chapstick, because you taste it, especially some like the flavored chapsticks.
Yeah.
As a kid, I remember I'd have like some of the sweet flavors.
Yeah, you'd have like a cherry chapstick or something, and you're like,
ooh, can I just take a bite of this?
and you just pull it out a little bit and just,
No, bro.
I've done it. Yeah, and
so
then-
I'm not that weird.
Yeah, no, and then there are there are these like soaps that look like foods as well, where
That's
it's like
fucked up.
that's just asking to be ingested by a child.
Okay, that is asking. That looks delicious,
Yeah.
man. I would ingest that as an adult. Let's
Yeah.
be honest, especially if it smells nice.
That cinnamon roll soap to the far right looks so real.
Yeah, right. Have you ever eaten paper?
Yeah, I've eaten paper.
Yeah, I mean, eating paper's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tree, bro.
My friend got a paper cut in his mouth eating paper.
Okay, what?
He literally he took an A4. I remember this vividly. We were in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
I don't think you should eat paper, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, and there was like just a regular A4 sheet of paper.
Oh, no.
Oh no! On the trash
Oh, on the
t-shirt.
trash t-shirt.
Well, you got it on the white part.
Oh,
too.
damn.
Oh, now you got to eat the shirt.
You gotta eat.
I got to eat the shirt.
You got to eat the shirt.
But yeah, my friend had like an A4 piece of paper, and he bit into it like a sandwich. Like he grabbed it like that and just went in the corner and just went like that. Took a bite out of it, and then he was like, "Oh fuck, that really hurt." And he fucking got a paper cut in his mouth.
Was his mouth bone fucking dry?
Probably.
Was it like the Sahara? They shouldn't have cut him.
I don't.
He should have
I
reached like a layer of
think it
moisture.
cut him like on his lip here.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Yeah, which is like
okay.
it already hurts to get a paper cut on your finger. Imagine
Yeah.
getting it like right there.
yeah. Paper at the right angle, razor blade.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, that's the next hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know,
you know
well-
what? Maybe baby powder isn't that
Yeah,
weird.
maybe
Well, as an
maybe
adult,
bro was
as an
cooking
adult. Well,
as an adult.
He eats plastic and Starbucks.
As maybe there
Yeah,
are
but I'm not
weird
gonna
things
say to
out there.
normalize eating it.
I can see Jerry like getting a Starburst and thinking like, it just feels right.
Give me a Starburst right now. I'll eat the
So
wrapper.
if baby powder was multicolored, you know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can actually eat the wrapper right now.
Yeah.
We got you on.
If you gave me one right now, I'll.
Kai, can you get a Starburst from the? They don't sell Starburst in convenience.
Nah, they don't.
No,
They
damn.
don't sell them in Japan.
Joe saved.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by World of Warships. In World of Warships, you can command a massive naval fleet featuring some of history's most iconic war vessels and unlock new ships as you prepare to dominate the seas. Weather effects make each battle unique and change the tactics of the battle. With each ship being hyper accurate to the real thing, each battle will make you feel like you're really there. Also, World of Warships is free to play, and Gacha fans rejoice because World of Warships is collaborating with Blue Archive on consoles and on PC as well. You can get new commanders like Shiroko, Serika, Ayane, Nonomi, and Hoshino, each with full voice packs and the new Blue Archive themed ships and skins. World of Warships will be creating 5 different invite codes for each commander. Users can choose their favorite commander and complete 3 simple missions to add points during the campaign period. At the end of the campaign, they will select 180 lucky winners to receive a random Blue Archive commander and 7 days of a premium account. So what are you waiting for? Go check out the collab by downloading the game by clicking the link in the description below and get yourselves some in-game bonuses to start your cruise with a bang. Thank you to World of Warships for sponsoring today's video. Back to the show. Okay, this one's from Joe Matt Vivo. Oh, it's a Vivo account. Evangelion is a 4 out of 10 at best.
I agree with this one.
Fuck off.
I mean, Evangelion's at that point where there's always this bait argument. And you can never talk about Evangelion without sounding like a pretentious dickhead, because you will.
The first argument is always like, yeah, those last like 3 or 4 episodes.
Why is
so
liking
weird.
like pretentious things like cringe?
I don't know, man.
Like why is it like when you openly praise something kind of not pretend? What do you even mean by pretentious? Do you mean like has a lot of like unexplained deep themes? Is that like what we're talking about?
The lights
Should
just
have
died?
a house search.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, Evangelion is one of those things where you either get it or you don't. So either you're part of the club.
You can't say that.
Also,
You can't
one
say
question I
that.
want to ask though is, since when is Evangelion pretentious?
Oh, that's kind of.
Bro, have you seen it?
That's kind of
It's
Is it?
bro,
It's kind
if
of
you end
pretentious.
the fucking show on like just a whatever the fuck that was, the last episode, that's
Right.
pretentious.
What about that is pretentious though?
Because I feel like to a lot
It's
of,
weird, yes, but why is it pretentious?
I think it's pretentious because,
you either get it or you don't. Like
but also I
said.
think it requires like it's kind of like imagine you convince everyone to come to your birthday party and sit around all day, and then you're like, I don't know, you're like. You get the cake and then you just throw it on the ground in front of everyone. You're like, the whole like ending that everyone waited for. Everyone waited for the cake.
Yeah.
You just threw it on the ground and everyone's like, what the fuck? What was that? Just kind of like, what the hell? It's a terrible analogy, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I'm trying to,
I don't know where the
My
cake
point was
going.
that I think that like to most viewers, to do an ending that Evangelion did, where it's kind of really ambiguous and kind of strange. Obviously, to some people, it's like avant-garde. It's like, whoa, it's so deep. It's just so cool. To a lot of people, they're like, the fuck was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck was
right.
that? Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
say this
pretentious
as-
to like kind of be like to not respect the viewers and some of the viewers in that way. But then again, it's art. It's not meant to be.
It's like as someone who's been on both sides of the fence, as someone who thought Evangelion was like fucking pretentious when I first watched it, didn't get it, hated it, and then now it's like my favorite anime.
But then I think the problem is when you say you either get it or you don't, and that's why you like it or not, is bad, because I feel like you can. There must be people, a fair amount of people who get it who just don't like it either.
oh, for sure.
know
Yeah.
what
For sure. I mean,
So I feel like when you say that argument, it just pushes people more to not like it. 'Cause
Well,
they're
the
like, what are
thing-
you fucking?
It also kind of feels
I'm
like a
too fucking dumb to get it.
non-argument.
No. Yeah. It's more of like Evangelion as a story, right? As like a traditional piece of like entertainment is shit. There are so many loose ends. There's so many things that are not explained. So many things that are just left up into the air. But you know, as a piece of like I said, as a piece of art, as a piece of communication, of what the director puts into this piece of media, it's one of the strongest pieces of media I've ever experienced in my life. But the point is that the person making it didn't exactly care about telling a story in a traditional sense. He just put the darkest parts of his soul onto screen, and he was like, here it is. It was a cry for help. And either you're going to really resonate with the emotions that are put on screen, or if you don't resonate it, then you're just not going to resonate with it. And that's why I say you either get it or you don't. Getting it doesn't mean understanding. Getting it means like resonating with the emotions within it.
Yeah.
And for anyone who does resonate with whatever emotions, whatever, things were put into that final few episodes and the movie, it'll hit you in a way that few stories or few pieces of media ever can. But
Totally.
if you don't resonate with it, well,
You don't resonate with it,
You don't
yeah.
resonate with it, and you're probably
whatever.
going to think it's a shit story, which with so many loose ends, and that's pretty much it. That's why I say you can't describe it without sounding pretentious.
Yeah, it's kind of pretentious.
Yeah, because it's like it sounds like I'm gatekeeping it, and I'm like, no, I'm not gatekeeping it. I just like I don't
I feel like if you're into that vibe, you'll like it. And
Yeah.
if you weren't signing up for that, you
Yeah.
probably won't think much of the show.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So-
it's harder to judge like it is to judge something like say Attack on Titan, where you have it's more like a traditional story. You have characters that go through this character arc that are all resolved, and some things are resolved differently.
Also, I just think a lot of people aren't open to experiencing they'll watch the show, but maybe like your headspace is just not in a place where you're willing to really sympathize or empathize with the points of the story.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot, and a lot of people don't realize that I can watch a show, but if I'm just not mentally open and accepting of all the ideas being presented to me and the struggles, or maybe I don't care, I might walk away from the show just feeling like, I didn't like that shit. That's fucking boring.
Yeah,
And that's
also-
kind of how I felt with Evangelion a little
Yeah.
bit. But I recognize it was a good show.
Yeah, also, as much as, I personally loved a lot of parts about Evangelion, whether it be from, just a straightforward, story aspect or, a character aspect or whatever it might be that I enjoyed it for, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know and understand everything that happened in Evangelion.
No,
There's a lot of Evangelion that even though I've watched the TV show a couple of times and I've watched the movies and everything like that, and I enjoyed my experience watching it, I can't give you a full breakdown of what exactly happened or what exactly everything means or how everything like that. The only thing I can tell you is how I felt watching it and why I think it's good, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know everything that's happening. There was, especially some of the movies, I remember watching 3.0 and I'm just I don't fucking understand the majority of what's happening in this movie. But I enjoyed the movie for what it was. It's just as Garn said, it's as a piece of art. The things that I did understand, the things that I did resonate with, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Some of it, I don't really get, but maybe I might understand upon further viewing.
My brain too dumb.
My brain too. I saw.
it's fine,
I saw an image that I think perfectly encapsulates the everything that I tried to talk about.
Okay.
I'm going to post it in the group chat, I guess.
All right.
So Kai, you can.
It's getting hot in here, bro. You got our AC's cranked, dude.
So obviously, Evangelion and BoJack Horseman have a lot in common, where it's both about people just in a complete fucking mess.
Yeah.
And Kai, do you want to bring up this image as well? I don't know if you can bring it up on screen.
Can I see it?
where
Yeah.
it's just like the difference where
That makes sense.
Yeah. This image that you're seeing on screen right now encapsulates what I'm trying to explain better than I ever could.
Yeah.
Where it's just Evangelion is the one on the right where you don't
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
Yeah.
BoJack Horseman is about fucking depressed people ruining their lives. Very, very fucking well written show that speaks to the darkest parts of the human soul. But it's way better,
Articulated.
way better articulated.
Yeah.
Evangelion is just the person behind it, just fucking being a complete mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And
So if you like
guess-
Evangelion, then cool. If you didn't understand and hate it, that's also fine as well.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's up to your interpretation.
Gotta go piss.
All right, next hot take.
next hot take.
What is it?
Sparkling water is elite. A combination of both hydration and fizz is undefeated. How do we feel about sparkling water?
I agree.
Yeah, I like sparkling water.
I chug sparkling water at home.
Yeah.
I like ship crates of Perrier.
I mean,
Okay, I've never understood the appeal of
It's like
sparkling
30
water.
in a bottle.
yeah, no. I mean, I like sparkling water, but I've never gotten that far.
Do you not just want instant sparkling water whenever you want in your house?
No.
I do, because I fucking love sparkling water. I take it seriously, Gone.
I think my opinion on it is, especially on a hot summer day,
Yeah.
a glass of sparkling water is way more refreshing than still water.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
What the
no.
fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
sorry, my hands are wet.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I
How is it
cleaned
more?
I cleaned them. I cleaned them.
How is it more refreshing with a gas that gets in the way of you being able to chug more water?
I don't want to. No. Oh, you're such a fool, Gon. Ugh. Chug water. You don't chug water. All
You
right.
sip water.
You sip water and you do.
What is this fucking wine
No.
that we're drinking right now? What is this
when
wine?
you're thirsty, yes, you can chug a little bit, but you're not like, I'm not like open gullet, just suck it down. I have 5 seconds extra where I can take my time with it.
Yeah.
And that's where sparkling water shines.
The fizz
hydrate-
the fizz when it goes
the fizz
down
is
your throat,
impeccable.
it's like cleansing your throat.
Yeah,
It feels like it's like washing away
impeccable,
all
it's
the crap,
impeccable.
and then the burp you do right afterwards is the best burp you'll do in your life.
No, it's just wrong that sparkling water feels more refreshing than just normal
so much
water.
more refreshing.
What are you talking
So much
about?
more refreshing.
What?
Okay, tier list of like sips of sparkling water. The first one's good, but it's a little gassy when it's been there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Still got a little bit of the bubbles left over, but not too many. That's peak sparkling water right there. When it's like the fizz is like slightly gone, it's not too intense. But
It's
there's
like
still,
60%
a little-
fizz, like
that's
that
the
is
best. That's the
woo.
best.
So when did water just become too boring to drink by
No, I
itself?
drink.
No, that's not bad.
So here's my. If I go on like a vacation, right?
Yeah.
And the hotel will bring me anything in this breakfast, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
If I have the perfect, like, I'll get like 4 beverages in the morning. They all do different.
damn.
They all do different purposes.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Listen.
Are you drink maxing?
I know I'm not alone in this. I drink max. So what I do is like whenever I go anywhere, if there's like the optional like buffet of drinks,
Yeah.
I'll get 1 glass of water, like 2/3 full for just pure hydration.
Yeah.
I'll get a coffee for
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
And I'll get some kind of like, if they have like a smoothie or some kind of like health drink, I'll get that one. It's a little sweet too. And then I'll get a little bit of sparkling, like half a glass of sparkling water as
You're
well.
fucking crazy.
Nah, that's weird.
You're crazy.
So then
that
I'll
is
have
weird.
all 4 of those drinks basically just for breakfast. And then
You don't have to eat any food. You're filling yourself up in liquids.
Yeah, but I don't really want, like, maybe I'll get like a slice of bread or like a like something very like and all of those liquids all do something very different. Like none of them cover the same. And like when I go to breakfast at a hotel or a buffet and I see someone with 1 drink, I'm like, what are you even doing here? You don't take this seriously. Like
I mean, when I go to a breakfast buffet, for instance, I usually limit it to 2 drinks. Either like
you've got to have at least 2 though.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta-
two. It's two.
You
It's
got to
at
have
least
the
2.
water for
It's
hydration.
either
and then you gotta have
water or
coffee or like
juice
whatever.
and the coffee.
yes, water or juice.
and the coffee.
Come on now, juice is a farce.
What?
Juice is a farce. Juice is just sugar water. It's like you don't need it.
You literally just said you got smoothies, Connor.
Yeah, but
Which-
smoothies are like a little bit better because at least you use.
No,
the
a
whole thing.
smoothie is sugar water with viscosity.
That's why it's better. Yeah, but you can like
Smoothies are just
No,
you're like
no,
juice,
no,
but
no,
except they
no.
have the consistency of McDonald's milkshake.
No. When everyone knows when you go to a hotel buffet or whatever, they have like orange juice or apple juice or whatever. It's all just this like high sugar like filth,
Well, then what the fuck is the smoothie?
dude. If they got a kale smoothie, it's a big game changer. Or like the fruit, like the vegetable mix.
This man's been LA.
Sometimes they have a
pilling, bro.
vegetable mix, but sometimes you have to be careful. If the vegetable mix is too orange, okay, this drives me insane. So I've learned that
You just say oranges. Just
no, not oranges, not oranges.
we've
No,
established
no,
that.
it's worse than that. It's worse than that. All of these fruit smoothies or whatever you buy ever in any store ever, read the back of it. It's always like 70% apple juice. All of them. No matter what color, no matter what combination, they're all fucking apple juice disguised.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't want apple juice. I don't want apple
Dog,
juice.
I'm going to be real with you. I probably drink a smoothie like 2 or
Can
3
you
times
Google?
a year.
Can you Google apple juice conspiracy? Can you Google apple juice in every like smoothie?
What's
or
wrong
something?
with apple juice?
I like apple juice.
Yeah.
No. Are you not annoyed that everything is being turned into apple juice?
I like apple
What are you
juice.
talking about? What's
Apple
being
juicification. Look at it right there.
What's being
Go
turned
to
into
every
apple
single,
juice?
you know, Naked, right? The smoothies, right?
Yeah.
Every fucking Naked thing is just apple juice.
I don't know Naked.
You do know Naked.
Yeah, I've seen
You've
these.
seen
yeah.
these. They're everywhere, Gone.
I mean, but again, I've seen these.
Those
I-
bastards keep giving
I
us
don't-
apple juice. I don't want
How,
apple
okay,
juice.
question. How often do you drink smoothies? Like,
Like never.
well, then what the fuck are you complaining about?
I just don't like that. Are you not mad?
You
that
make
lying?
it sound like you drink a smoothie like every other day.
Dude, you know what I do want now? I do want a juicer.
Oh,
I do
fuck.
have a juicer.
You have a juicer?
Yeah.
Because I just want to make, like the ginger and turmeric like things. I just want to make that.
Get out.
What?
You specifically want to make the ginger turmeric juice?
I love those, like when you go, the States.
the shots.
They have like the vitality shots.
Yeah.
I actually really like the flavor.
Oh, I hate those.
Dude, I love the burn.
I hate those.
You love the burn of that.
Fucking love
It's
the
like
burn.
taking a shot in the morning.
Actually,
Yeah, it's
I
great.
do it to wake up.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm conditioning myself. I feel like I'm just taking like a spoonful of wasabi. It's like,
No, dude, I'd love to be able to make it fresh. I think it would taste fire. Especially when you're hungover. That shit is like miracle cure. I
Okay,
swear.
no, for hungover I understand, but like
Yeah.
on a regular sober morning, I don't want to wake up
Sometimes
with
I just want
pain.
to feel vitality. So look, here's the.
You know what I do to feel vitality in the morning? I drink a glass of water.
So,
Yeah.
I do that too. But one liquid is just simply not enough. This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
guys, do you like making money?
Yeah.
Say less, Gon.
Are you on the grind set?
Yeah.
But what if I want to be on the grind sets, but I don't know how to make money and start a business, guys?
Don't
lucky
worry,
for
Gon. There is a perfect thing for you. It's called Shopify. I don't know if you've heard of it, because Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million order stage? Shopify's there to help you grow.
Whether you're selling scented soaps or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify has got you covered.
When we started podcasting, an online store was the furthest thing from our minds. Now we're selling a ton with Shopify, and it's all so easy because we use Shopify. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout at 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms, and sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. That's shopify.com/trash. Back to the episode.
Would you want one of those contraptions? I'm bringing it back to sparkling water. That basically the sodification of like whatever liquid.
Oh,
you put
I
in.
used to have that
I
in
heard
my
it just
house.
doesn't work well. Like I heard that like it's very mixed.
The
results.
soda streams?
Yeah, I heard
Soda
that
streams?
it's like,
Yeah,
man.
we used to have one in our house, and I would frequent it quite
Was
often.
it good?
Yeah, it was, because
What
it's
was the
like
downside? Because why are they not in every home?
the downside is that the CO2
Sparkling.
cartridges are just like a little bit too expensive.
And
you know,
how
they-
often do you have to change them? Like quite often.
It depends how often you use it, but like at least in my when I was still living with my parents, my dad
Yeah.
bought the Soda Stream when it first came out, because my dad is like a fucking sparkling water
Runs in
fiend.
the family.
Yeah, it runs in the family, because it's more refreshing, especially on a hot summer day.
It is not.
If you've been outside, like say like if my dad was outside working in the front yard or something, like under the sweltering Australian sun, you're sweating buckets, you give him a fucking glass of sparkling water, bro, he will fucking chug that thing back, and it would be the most refreshing thing on the
It is
planet.
very refreshing.
You cannot chug that thing, man.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
just
can.
chugging
That's a skill
Cassie
issue.
Weak
liquids.
mindset.
That's
Weak
a skill issue.
I don't want the fucking bloated feeling that comes
Oh,
with
we
it.
don't
That
want
is
this, we
not
want a bloat.
hydration, man.
That's why you do the burp afterwards, and it feels
What
great.
if I don't want to burp?
You do
What
wanna
if I
burp.
don't
You do
fucking
wanna burp.
want to burp?
What? You're
guys?
afraid of burping?
I don't want. I just want to ingest
Sorry, you're not a
liquid
man?
without adding an extra fucking level to being able to ingest the fucking liquid comfortably.
How much
okay?
more energy does it take for you to drink sparkling things?
It just is uncomfortable,
You're
man.
such
It's
a little
fucking uncomfortable,
skill
man.
issue.
Look,
Skill
I
issue.
understand it when there's like a little bit of flavor in it, or like if it's like a soda. But if it's just, what's wrong with just having water? Because at that point, you're just drinking.
not as refreshing.
You're just
Okay.
drinking TV static.
So-
that's what it
right.
tastes
Whoa,
like.
whoa.
That's what it tastes
Whoa.
like.
Look, if TV
You're
static,
so wrong.
if TV static felt like sparkling water, I would drink TV static.
Okay. So just circle back on my argument because I still want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go to the hotel buffet, you getting 2 drinks? No, you're not doing the third.
No.
No.
You won't do juice, coffee, and water?
Bro, that's like 2
No,
trips.
That's
No,
Like-
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
it's
Yes,
too
it
much.
is.
It's too much effort.
It's
Oh, I'm sorry. Walking is too much effort now.
No, I don't want to wake up. I want to eat the food.
Presumably,
Yeah.
Okay, but like you need the 3. I can't believe I'm alone in the 3 drink. The 3 drink minimum. That's crazy. Kai, do you do 3 drink minimum when you go to a hotel buffet? You don't do that.
2, right? Yeah,
Two.
that's the norm.
Two is the norm.
It's the coffee / tea or and the water / juice.
It's like two. It's like three if they have some exotic juices that I want to try.
Now let's
Four is psychopath level. I actually think you're fucking Christian Bale in American Psycho with four.
I am not Christian Bale. I simply enjoy
First
the
2
buffet.
minutes, I drink the juice, and then the next 2 minutes, I drink the coffee.
I need all the flavors and bases covered. Now, look at this. The grip of Big Apple. Ooh, scary. The thread of post examined 13 juices in the supermarket aisle and found that the majority of them were made of 50% apple juice or more.
Okay.
Examples include the naked passion fruit mango guava smoothie, which had 62% apple juice, and an innocent pink dragon fruit and lychee drink made with 70% apple juice.
Okay, but here's the thing,
These
right?
bastards are making us drink apple juice,
Okay.
God.
I agree.
Okay.
I am outraged.
Yeah, here's the
right
thing.
now.
I couldn't give two rats' asses about this because I don't drink juice like this.
Yeah, but that's how they're like,
So that's their problem.
This is like how they're going to change all the Starburst to like plastic flavor, and then
I'm down with
just
that.
Just because like
Hold up.
just because it's not my problem, I shouldn't give a fuck. You know, like no, Joey.
no,
just because it doesn't relate to you.
it's not
Aren't
my-
you pissed off that these companies are fucking us?
I don't give a shit, bro. Like that's,
I hate that they're doing this to us.
that's your fault for fucking buying into this.
No,
kind of stuff.
I don't drink these drinks.
Well, then why are you upset?
Aren't you mad that companies are fucking us?
I don't care. I'm not the consumer.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just wait until they fuck you, Joey, and then everyone else will be like, I don't
till-
care.
Yeah,
They're
wait,
fucking me,
wait,
Joey.
wait till they fuck over a product I actually use, and then I'll be upset. But
What the fuck?
I don't give a shit.
I feel like we should be worked up about this.
I mean,
What are you gonna do about it? Start a petition.
Complaining.
I mean-
I'm complaining right now. I'm doing my part.
I mean, if I want, does that include Innocent Smoothie as well?
Yes.
That's the only smoothie brand. Can
Yes.
we search this up?
Yeah,
Can we
it
search
says
this
right
up?
there.
Innocent pink
Innocent
dragon-
pink dragon fruit and lychee drink is made of 70% apple juice.
Okay, now they come. They come for my innocent smoothie.
I'm sorry. I'm like, would you not get annoyed if you got the passion fruit, mango, and guava
Okay,
smoothie?
okay,
And you found
okay.
out you were just drinking
I
apple
thought this was
juice.
some fucking American brand that I don't give a
No,
shit about.
it's all of them.
My innocent smoothie? How dare they?
It's just like, imagine getting like, I don't know, shredded cheese, and you find out it's just all just wood chippings, and there's only like 10% cheese in there. It's like, why? But how are they allowed to do this?
Also, it's so ironic they're called innocent.
Yeah.
They're not innocent.
How the, and apparently it's because apples are so cheap. And so
Yeah.
making apple juice is very affordable right now.
Okay.
So all these smoothies are just made with just fucking apple juice. I just feel like as consumers, they shouldn't be allowed to just lie. You should eat apple juice should have to be first.
Is that why you want the juicer?
Yeah, so I can get away from big juice
Big juice.
Big juice.
Big juice
smoothies.
corporation.
So I can make my own goddamn smoothies with no apple juice. We don't deserve this. If we want a smoothie, we should get the smoothie we're promised
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
for an affordable price.
That's fair.
All right.
Not this apple juice shite. Imagine you open up your Gumpler and it's like fucking, it's just 70% like I don't know, just complete, and it's Transformers.
I don't think that's good. What is up with your analogies today?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think of something here, man.
You're not cooking as much as you think you are with these,
Let
man.
me try again.
Think of a better analogy, because the last two have been like,
This is like when you on YouTube, when you're like, man, can't wait to watch my Yu-Gi-Oh part 1 of 3 episode 50, and then the fucking Espanol pops up. You're like, whoa. I thought there was English. Why is 60% of this Spanish?
I feel like you're gonna have to try again.
No, this is great.
Could be like, yeah, I ordered some fucking bread and 60% of it was rice.
Nah, shit. Shit.
Look, either way, okay.
We're being lied to,
let's circle back to the actual thing.
What
at
if you
hand.
find out that you're sparkling?
Doesn't matter.
Your sparkling water was 60% water, Jay. like they had only done like 40% sparkling.
How dare they?
And then they mixed just normal water, and
Ain't no
I
way.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Are they
I wouldn't
watering
know.
down my
They
sparkling
water,
water?
What if they were watering it down? You would then care, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I am
What if
so upset.
they were gassing it up with fucking cyanide?
Okay, so wait.
I don't know why the fuck did that was the person that came
Well,
to
at least we came to the agreement that sparkling water is better.
It is better.
Thank you.
It is better. Thank
Pleasure,
you.
pleasure,
Trash
pleasure.
taste agrees.
No,
Sparkling
no.
water is
Get out of there.
infinitely better.
Take your take.
And now we all are educated on the fact that Big Apple is fucking with us.
Yeah. Stop buying into the lie, guys.
Don't
Make your
buy
own,
the smoothie smoothies.
Make your own juice.
What age do you like sparkling water?
That's a great question. Go on.
Because I feel like sparkling
definitely
water.
after the age of 21.
I feel like sparkling water was this weird fucking thing, and then you reach an age where water just becomes too boring by itself, and then you try a glass of sparkling water, and you're like, "Ooh, I like a little bit of sassiness with my water. I like it. I
Water
like
with
it."
attitude. That's why I love it.
I think this is just a shit take.
Go on.
Or anything to do with this, just shit take.
I mean,
Kuderes fucking sweep tsunderes.
that's a fucking shit take.
I
That's a
agree.
shit take.
Absolutely.
Can we
actually,
just
I
agree
just
that
think
tsunderes are the best deres, though?
Fuck off. They're
Okay,
not.
sorry, can
They're the
you-
worst.
So
berries.
we just want to clarify what kuderes are.
Kuderes are like the kind of how do you explain it? They're not emotionless. They're
Yes, they are.
no.
Yes, they are.
How do you
Joe.
describe a kudere?
Rei Ayanami.
Yeah.
Like they
so
are
emotionless.
someone who is emotionless.
Yeah.
And,
it takes a lot for them to actually open up to their emotions in front of you.
So famous kuderes are characters like Rei Ayanami,
Rei Ayanami.
Violet from Violet Evergarden.
I'm just convinced that some dudes just want a woman or like a character just with no personality.
That's how I feel.
Like
That's how I feel with kuderes.
Why does I feel like there's a bunch of guys that like I just love a woman that doesn't talk.
You
just
know,
love a woman that doesn't, just doesn't say anything.
to be honest, bro, I would rather that than a woman who's constantly trying to fucking physically abuse me. And
How about-
mentally
how about
Bro,
abuse
just
me.
you
don't have
are
both?
such
I don't want that.
this is such a mid 2000s take on tsunderes. I would tell you, as the tsundere expert, the character archetype has evolved now.
Okay,
Actually.
go on,
tell
It's
me
a
then.
lot more
How-
subtle. There's no more fucking beating or fucking punching
Okay.
or this kind of shit. It's just
Give me an example.
Can we see the most famous kuderes and tsunderes so we can have it?
Yeah,
like,
give me an example. I need to see because every tsundere character I have come across in anime has always been
I
my
also-
least favorite character.
Can I also just say I don't like either?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But do you like any character archetypes if you had to pick one?
I mean, I like kuderes, but they're not my favorite deres.
I mean, I'll just hags. Just hags.
You like the Onesans,
yeah,
the
just
MILFs?
Onesans,
Yeah. I mean, they are good.
Okay, so
Well,
Nagato Yuki is also a very famous
Jotaro, Kujo is
kudere.
one of them kuderes.
Yeah.
Wait, Jotaro's a kudere?
I guess he
Mikasa.
is. I guess he is.
I guess so. Boa Hancock, Homura from Madoka Magica, Annie from Attack on Titan. That's
This is like a
kudere.
list of characters that I don't fuck with.
Wait, why is fucking Senju Gahara there? She's not a kudere.
She is not a kudere. She
It's
is
definitely a
she,
tsundere.
she is.
I mean, it's Google auto-generated results.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So
even
do you want-
Jotaro Kujo, wouldn't really call him a.
yeah, I mean, there are some good kuderes out there, but the only one I really like
Yato.
recently is probably Freeren. I
Yeah.
think she's
definitely kudere.
she's a really good take on kuderes where she's not like emotionless like a lot of kuderes.
Yeah, Seagon, even the kuderes have evolved.
Yeah, I'm saying, Joey. Look, I'm saying tsunderes aren't all fucking Tiger from Toradora anymore.
Okay, go
you know?
look up. All right, go look up the most famous tsunderes in anime. Now we need to see.
modern tsunderes, man.
I need to
Modern
see if
tsunderes.
there's a single tsundere on this list that I actually like. Why is there a picture of Ray?
I don't know why there's a picture of Ray up there. Saki.
No, can we scroll to the top 10? This is going to take 9
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Go to the
Just
top
keep
10.
going. Just keep
You
going.
can just drag the bar down.
Yeah, because
Just
all
keep
of
going.
these, it's like, who cares?
Kana from Oshinoko.
Yeah, I hate her.
Why'd you hate her?
I hate her.
No, she's get the fuck out.
I hate her.
No,
Well,
I
she's
li-
Kudere?
no, she's tsundere.
Is she
Tsundere.
the sister?
No, not the sister.
She's the child
the
prodigy.
the child actor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't
what I
fuck
really
with
liked about her take on like the tsundere is that there is like a reason why she's just so fucking pessimistic.
Yeah.
And that's because she's like a child actress. So it just turns out she's fucking pessimistic and just closed off to everything. And I think
okay.
there's a lot more subtlety to that character archetype than just being like, ooh, violent girl, oh, she's a bitch, you know.
Don't care
That's
about
what
it.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Joey. That's what I'm
guess
saying.
so.
Yeah, let's scroll. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep
whatever.
scrolling.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right, School Rumble. That's a classic one.
What?
100 Girlfriends.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All great.
Yeah,
all great.
all great.
Kaguya as well. I mean, Kaguya is just
uh,
about like two tsunderes. Like,
Kinda.
what do you mean, kinda? Yeah, Joey, that's the whole point of the show, Joey.
Okay, all right.
Scroll down.
Tiger, yeah.
Right, Tiger's like old school, you know.
yeah, I guess
I'm just
so.
saying. Okay, Rin is obviously top
Yeah.
tier.
Rama
But I'm saying like tsunderes.
Asuka.
like the modern variation of tsunderes have gotten a lot more subtle about their tsun parts.
I think both suck.
No, that's valid.
Got to be top 2 worst character types for me.
No, yandere.
Yandere.
Oh yeah, shit,
Yeah,
Yandere.
Yandere
Yeah.
is by far. We can
Yeah.
all agree Yandere is the
All
worst.
right, yandere is the worst.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just misogynistic.
I need more men. You know, it's
Maybe
just like,
I just like men.
Give
me some bros.
Yeah. Into dudes.
Maybe I just like yeah.
I guess I'm gay now.
I don't really know. I think my problem is that like I'm not a fan of like even like arguing about which one I like more because I feel like it's such a boring argument. No, I like girls that are slightly louder.
It is definitely mid 2000s.
And I'm like, yeah, let's
sure.
not. Let's.
But-
How about we just say which characters we like?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I think there are good takes and there are bad takes on every character.
Right?
arc.
So I
No,
feel like
absolutely.
the genre is hard to
Yeah.
define.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But if I had to pick,
Okay. Maruksu Uwu says Akira is a mid movie carried only by its animation.
I got a confession to make. I think I lied and said I watched it. I've never watched Akira. I probably lied and said I watched it just because I was like, yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting. Now we have one person who really likes it, one person hasn't seen it, and one person who thinks it's mid.
So I never watched it, but I always just said yes if people asked me if I watched it
Right.
because I just assumed I'd get round to it.
And you haven't gotten around to
But
it.
I haven't gotten around to it. But I might. I might.
you
No, I
should.
will.
Yeah,
I will. I
definitely.
just want to. It seems like a movie I really want to watch in theaters.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
definitely.
hoping that someone
Yeah.
will play it one time and I can just like quickly get in.
Yeah.
so I don't think it's mid. I'm just like lukewarm on it. You know,
All right.
What's the difference?
what's the difference?
It does mid not literally mean the middle.
Is lukewarm middle?
I would count lukewarm.
I would
as
say
middle.
that. Okay, is your mid when you say you're lukewarm? Does that mean 7 out of 10 or 5 out of 10?
7 out of 10.
One of those people.
Yeah, you're one of those people.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Because
I
7.
really hate the whole culture of 7 out of 10 being okay.
I agree.
I feel like it's. What is the point of the other numbers?
Yeah. Let me
tell you why.
I think mid should be at like 5, maybe 6 out of 10.
Let me
at
tell you
most.
why. Let me tell you why. It is 7 out of 10, right?
All right.
Okay, if it is a true 5 out of 10 series, most of the time, because most of the time, are you going to finish it?
It's a movie.
But like, I'm not just talking about in the context of a movie, but like, especially my anime list, the average is 7, right? Movie,
Yeah.
I can understand where you should be using the entire range, but if you're watching a 12 episode series or a fucking series, if it's below 7 out of 10, you're probably not going to finish it. You're probably just going to watch like one episode and be like, that was boring, and not even just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely watched some shows that are the full way through where I'd be like, that was a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10.
2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, because like when something is like really bad,
Yeah.
it's better than being a 5
Yeah.
out of 10.
No,
I
You
think
know what I
I
mean?
think there is no bigger cardinal sin that an anime or any show can commit than being just mediocre.
What's a mid, like the middest anime of all time?
See,
everyone-
that's
everyone-
a great question because no one fucking
like
remembers those shows.
everyone agrees it's just a meh.
No one remembers those shows.
There's
That's hard to bring up.
got to be a show we all
Let me
watch that's
search
a meh.
up anime. What's anime summer 2014? And I'm gonna name some shows.
I appreciate you going back to a time when I actually
when
watched
we-
No,
this.
yeah. I'm just thinking. Okay, so Tokyo Ghoul came out in that season. Akame ga Kill.
See, we remember those because it's like one was extreme.
I liked Akame ga Kill. I think it was dumb. I loved it.
Yeah, see, because I thought Akame ga Kill was bad, but that's why I remember it.
Yeah,
Because it was
Okay,
bad.
keep going.
Sword Art Online 2.
Okay.
Nozaki-kun.
I don't remember anything about that one.
Aldno Zero came out in this one.
Aldno Zero Season 2 was the perfect example of the middest thing alive.
I didn't even watch season 2.
I think it was below mid. Season 2 was a car crash. It was.
I only
It
watched
was an
season one.
entertaining car crash. So, okay, here's one that's actually 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Rail Wars.
Rail Wars? Well,
Do you remember this one?
yeah, I remember because I watched the Geek Abridged.
Yeah. That this was a show.
Which one's Rail Wars?
Do
Can
you want
bring
to
it up?
search up Rail Wars?
Your video must be the only thing that fucking pops up for this thing.
I might remember it if I've seen it.
This is just one of the. This is an anime of all time. Basically, this is the most 5 out of 10 thing. It is an anime.
I've never seen this.
I only know about the show because I watched Gaunt's Abridged.
Yeah,
Right,
It is a show about trains, and it has girls and it has fan service in it.
Yeah.
and that's basically it. It's basically JR line. It's basically JR propaganda. You know.
Yeah. It looks
basically, yeah. And I'm just like, if I were to think 5 out of 10, this is the kind of show I would think it's 5
Yeah.
out of 10.
No, this is a 5 out of 10 show.
Yeah. Where
like
just
it's not good, but it's not terrible. It's
yeah,
just
it's
like,
not good.
Okay.
It's just palatable.
Okay.
You
So
know?
would you count Akira then to be near or around that?
No.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, I was like
7 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
So there were
for
good
me.
parts about it, but you don't think it's like amazing.
Yeah, it was like I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but classic, you know, it's not really of that caliber. In my mind, I would like to say I also did watch it very intoxicated.
I just can't help.
But I thought that would help the experience,
Whenever,
you know?
whenever Gaunt explained his opinion, I just see the coffee stains. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of an intellectual. He's just got stains all over it. He's
It's like actually,
so to,
actually-
to understand the depths of Evangelion, you really need to be able to spill stuff on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it was revolutionary for its time. I could see how revolutionary it was for like the visuals, which I think are fucking fantastic. And I would probably prop it up at another score if I watched it in theaters, I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't really remember much about the story, if I'm being honest.
That'd be a fun thing to stream. You get the rights to like just watch Akira.
Watch
That'd be
That'd be
amazing.
lit.
That'd be
hype.
amazing.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
hype.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like 7 out of 10 is a bit too harsh now that I think about it. But like, the reason I'm saying this is just because I don't really remember much about the story
Right,
or characters.
Fair
It's
enough.
mostly just like the amazing action.
Oh
and
yeah,
animation
no,
that I
I
remember
mean
about
for sure,
it.
like the animation of Akira still looks amazing even after what 35, almost
Yeah.
40 years of it coming out. Like it still looks
Yeah.
better than a lot of modern anime.
True.
But you know, there's so many other parts about Akira that were just insane. Like the fucking soundtrack is the most insane soundtrack for any anime I've ever watched.
Makes for a banging t-shirt.
It does.
Oh
it does.
my god, and it looks so fucking cool. Like you gotta admit, it's a
Yeah.
vibe.
I gotta watch it.
There's a reason
I'll
why
let
it's
you know.
one of the most parodied like anime out there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a shit opinion.
All right, Gaunt. What's up next? What's up next? This episode is sponsored by ShipStation. Listen, our podcast, for lack of better terms, is an organizational mess. But you know what isn't a mess? Our shipping situation, thanks to ShipStation.
Thank God for them. If you're on an e-commerce business, you already know shipping can consume valuable time and resources. ShipStation, however, makes it all so much easier.
Easy.
They're the multi-carrier shipping solution that integrates wherever you sell online and streamlines your workflow so your business can grow even when you're on a bit of a summer vacation.
I mean, Joe, I'm sure you have the most experience out of all of us with shipping merch.
Oh, yeah.
And getting your stuff out of there.
It is an
because
absolute-
you have an entire company
Oh.
that revolves around that, Joey.
Bro, when we first started, it was an absolute pain in the butt to figure out how the heck all this shipping stuff works. Thankfully, though, thanks to ShipStation, we have managed to figure it out and get a lot better at it. And yeah, it's been great.
With their easy-to-use dashboard, it makes managing orders, smooth label printing, reporting, and customer service easy. Scale your business and reduce warehouse costs because, guys, we want you guys to save money. That's how you do it with ShipStation.
So, what are you waiting for? Work less and ship more with ShipStation, the innovative tool that helps turn your shipping challenges into opportunities for growth. Go to shipstation.com and use code TRASH to sign up for
Use
your
it.
free
Use it.
60-day trial. That's shipstation.com, code TRASH.
Use it back to
Back to the episode.
Okay. I think we've talked about this before.
All right. What do you got?
Leftover cold pizza and pasta taste better than reheating.
That's such a whack take.
Do you agree?
No, but I've heard this take like a lot
A
of
lot
times.
of people say this, Ted.
Yeah.
Where it's not just that, it's Indian curry as well that people say that. And
Without reheating?
What?
Without reheating.
That's
No.
psychotic.
I've heard
No
that
one
take
said that.
before.
Wait, can you Google that? Is that like a common sentiment? No shot.
That's psychotic.
I, as a man who frequents Indian restaurants very often, I often get a lot of leftovers, but I put it back in the oven. I wouldn't even microwave it. I feel like microwaving a curry is a dangerous game.
Put it in the oven?
I put it in the oven.
What?
Yeah,
What?
No, that's weird.
that's not weird.
That's
Why? What's wrong with the microwave?
yeah.
Shit, wait, no, sorry. I put it back in the. I put like heat it up in a pan.
Okay, that makes
Sorry,
more
sorry.
sense.
I was thinking I reheat my leftovers, but normally I normally get chicken tikka.
Yeah.
Like Sorry, tandoori chicken.
Yeah.
And we had tandoori chicken and naan.
Yeah.
And that shit, if you microwave naan or tandoori chicken, it just ruins it.
Yeah,
So
it becomes like wet.
I put that in the oven.
Yeah.
And then if I have leftover curry, I heat it up in a pan. Because that shit...
That's fine.
It's a disservice to do in a microwave.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think microwaves are that bad.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
They are.
they serve a purpose.
They make stuff rubbery.
Rubbery? Wait, rubbery?
If you reheat chicken, it goes like rubbery in a microwave.
How long are you putting it in the microwave for?
It depends on how long it's in the microwave for.
Hey, I'm not crazy. Google this. Like, this is a real thing.
No, I mean, like, I don't know.
It goes like rubbery, dude.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I swear it goes like, it like gets way more chewy.
How long are you putting it in the
Yeah, it depends on how long you're
The
reheating
change in
it for.
protein typically result in tougher, more rubbery texture compared to heating in an oven. Yeah, dude. What do you mean? Not that
Do you
much.
put it in until it's like scalding hot?
Yeah.
No, like a normal amount. I just click like the automatic button. That does it for like a barely any amount. Like honestly, under does it. Like,
You
I
still
put it in
think
the
it's
oven.
rubbery?
It's the exact same amount of time. I just turn the oven on. I leave it for 5 minutes, and I come back, and it's done. It
Oven
usually
takes way longer, man.
no.
Yeah, 'cause you
Oven
got to
t-
preheat that shit.
You gotta preheat that shit.
My oven, you don't got to preheat. I got a tiny oven.
What?
Yeah, it's like a small Japanese one. It heats up so fast. I don't have to preheat it. I can set a timer for like 4 minutes, and it'll fully heat it.
Also, with an oven, because you know you're not using the microwaves, it takes longer for the food to heat up. I swear to God.
Yeah, but like maybe like a minute or two.
Yeah.
But like I'm just leaving it in.
If I'm feeling fancy, if I'm feeling really fancy,
not
I'll
about
use the
fancy.
fucking air fryer. You know.
What the?
It's basically a faster convection oven. You know.
Yeah,
That's
true, I
that's
guess
more. That's more. It's more even.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I just like the oven. I don't know why. I love, oh man, reheating that chicken. Oh, so good.
So did you ever use the microwave?
I really try to avoid to.
Oh man.
Most foods I'll opt to heat in the pan or the oven.
It's effort, isn't it?
Well, like I mean, okay, like if I had pasta, I'll reheat that in the microwave
Yeah.
because I don't really feel like that makes much of a difference.
I feel like you should just cook more. You're doing everything you can to just feel like the food is fresh without
Yeah.
actually cooking
Or how
it yourself.
about you? Or how about when you order food, you just finish it.
No,
You know,
no,
don't
no.
over order.
No, why would I not want lunch the next day?
Or how'd you reheat pizza?
Reheat pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, I do the microwave for pizza. It's bad though.
Wait.
But I will occasionally do the oven. Depends
Okay,
how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
It depends how much pizza I got.
Right.
Also, the cold pasta I don't agree with. I think pasta is always better heated up.
Yeah.
Cold pizza is okay. Like I think there's an argument to be made for cold pizza. I think I always prefer it warmed up.
Yeah.
But I understand because sometimes, depending on like just how the slice is formed,
Yeah.
not all slices reheat the same.
No.
I want to
Yeah.
Some do get so wet and like gross and like greasy when you reheat them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and others stay pretty solid. I'd say.
I sometimes, if I have like a pizza, to avoid it getting, all like floopy and shit.
Yeah.
I sometimes put it in the.
Put the water in the microwave.
No, I
heard people
sometimes
do
put
that.
it in the toaster.
Wait. Wait.
I've never heard
That's like the side loading toaster.
No, not the sideline toaster, like the Japanese toasters.
Oh,
the ones
okay.
that you can like pull out, like a
I
microwave.
just had this image of Joey
No, I'm
putting.
not gonna fucking like.
I just had this image of like, guys, you want some pizza? All right, let me prepare it.
Can you imagine you're staying over at my house and you're just like,
Yeah.
"Shing! Oh, the pizza's done."
I feel like half the audience watching this on their second monitor just went,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
No. So in Japan, we have the toasters where it opens up like a microwave. So I put it in like that because it heats it up,
They
but
do love
also
these,
it doesn't
yeah.
make it like moist and gross.
To be fair, I should probably get this to reheat my naan. This probably looks
Yeah,
fire.
this would be
Yeah.
perfect for the
Yeah,
naan.
this probably reheat
Yeah.
my naan fire.
I honestly,
Anything that's like bready, like pizza or naan or anything like that,
Yeah.
this is the best.
because I use the fish oven to reheat my pizza sometimes. You know
That's
the
a grill.
the grill.
Oh, the
It's
grill.
the grill.
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate that thing.
That's actually I use it more to reheat up pizza than I do to cook fish. and that says a lot.
Yeah, never want
I've never used it.
That says
I
a lot.
always cook fish in a pan.
Huh?
I just prefer putting fish in a pan.
Yeah, it just feels.
Just depends how you want to cook it. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't lie to me, Connor. You don't cook.
I have. And when
I'm gonna call Cap for that.
I have cooked fish, and when I do it in a pan. I want to get in the juices.
Fair enough.
I just can't
Pull out
believe
another
that,
one.
like, that's, you guys look at me like a freak of nature and I'm putting stuff in the oven.
It's just effort. Because I guess we don't have the fucking fancy pantsy non-preheat ones.
Yeah.
No, it still preheats because it's a small oven. It does it quite fast. I don't really find like it takes that long.
Yeah, but it's leftover pizza. I'm not looking for a fucking 5-star meal.
Yeah,
Man. Like,
just-
I'm just like, just heat that shit up and eat it. Like, whatever.
Crinkle cut is better than thinly cut chips. Do they mean
Is that a hot take?
fries or crisps?
I don't know. They used the word chips.
Oh my god, they couldn't have used a worse word. I'm guessing they're American and they're referring to crisps.
Potato chips.
Potato chips.
Yes.
Fuck it out. Get it right, Americans. Get it right.
Crinkle cut crisps / chips for Australians and British people is better than the regular thinly sliced ones. Is that a hot take?
I feel like it's in now. It's in. The crinkle cuts are in.
Crinkle cuts are in.
I much prefer
to me, okay, it goes like this. Kettle chips at the top. We agree on that?
No.
Kettle chips.
No.
Kettle crisps.
They're good.
Come on,
but
at the top.
They're not the
God,
top.
At the top.
I'm not biting.
At the top.
No.
And then crinkle cuts.
No,
and then
crinkle
you're
cut. No, crinkle cut, then kettle.
Yeah, I agree more. With
No,
that.
no, kettle.
I like how this guy gave us an argument and we're like, fuck this. Let's make our own.
Come on, look. Kettle chips, or I'm going to stop calling them chips. Kettle crisps have that satisfying texture to them.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what's more satisfying? Thick ridges to get my tongue and flavor involved in.
Exactly. You get more chip.
Dude, and the flavor, you get more flavor.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's all crushed.
It's like wedged in between.
It holds the seasoning
Kettle
better.
crisps, they fight back. When you take
I agree, they're
when you
great.
take a bite, it
I
just
agree,
it's
they're great.
we're not
But
arguing they're
it's a
bad.
much
Inferior,
more
but
it's
inferior.
a much more satisfying crunch to them, man.
No, we're not saying they're bad. I just prefer crinkle cut.
Crinkle cuts are good.
Yeah.
Crinkle cuts are good.
They are better.
We do agree with this guy, though. We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take. Like,
Yeah,
we all
it's,
agree
it's,
with it.
it's not a hot take.
All right, what the hell is this? Oh, what? Milk and pizza is the best food combination.
That's fucking stupid. That's vile.
What?
Bro, all the Italians just slammed the space bar.
Milk and pizza? Have you ever been in a situation where someone has ordered
That's
a
not a-
Domino's and you're like, yo, give me a glass of milk with
What
it?
does milk
fucking-
go well with?
Nothing.
Apart from cereal.
I don't think I've ever sat down and just drank a glass of milk.
No.
Can you think?
No, because I'm not
Other than when you were
six.
other than when you were like a child and your mom was like, have your glass of milk. Like
not-
as an adult, have you ever just sat there and
Yeah.
been like, I feel like drinking
Where does
just
that come from?
a glass of
Oh,
milk?
it's like big milk propaganda.
Big milk.
It actually is.
Johnny Harris did like a whole video.
Oh my God.
There's like a surplus of dairy in most countries.
Yeah.
So.
It was a massive advertisement campaign.
I'm just saying, I've never broken a bone in my body, and I don't.
Yeah, but that's. I've never crashed a plane, Gone. What?
Also, you know
I
that.
think you're more likely to break a bone than you are to crash a plane.
Also,
Connor.
God,
actually,
how much milk you drank has barely any fucking effect on if you broke a bone or not.
that's what I'm trying to say, Connor.
God, you know milk isn't the only thing that has calcium
I
in
know,
it, right?
I know.
If I take a sledgehammer to your leg right now, let's see how Dr. Milk fucking helps you, huh? All right, let's see how Big Milk
I'm
helps
just
you out
saying.
now,
I'm just saying. I've never broken a
fuck,
bone.
I never
and
broken
I
a
don't
bone.
drink that much milk.
Oh yeah, you can see in the dark as well, Mr. Carrot
I'm
Man.
saying big milk propaganda, man.
Yeah,
doesn't
what?
mean shit.
Bro thinks he's invincible.
I am. Maybe I am.
This person, Brandon, by the way, has a supporting argument that says, yeah, I feel like the milk complements it well.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Brandon?
No.
What do you mean?
I think Brandon's mentally ill.
Yeah, are you okay? No,
Brandon, are you
that's
good?
a shit take.
Brandon, stop this. Have some fucking sparkling
Yeah.
water with your pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a real drink. Get a real fucking
real
drink,
drink.
Brandon. Fucking milk. What are you talking about?
All right,
I
give us
don't even
the
like
next
milk
one.
in my cereal.
All right.
Wait, what?
Wait,
what?
You can't just say that, card.
Do you wait? Are you
Bro,
one of those
bro.
motherfuckers that uses water?
Wait, this
No,
guy
no.
This guy just said, like, I've never broken a bone in my body. Then he throws it with the, I don't like milk in my, when are you drinking milk?
When are you drinking milk?
When are you getting milk?
I'm not.
What? I'm leaving this podcast. What do you mean? You just said you've never broken a bone in your body.
No,
you
no,
just lied.
I was trying to say I've never broken a bone in my body, even though I don't drink milk. You know, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
that's
I
what
thought
I was
you
trying
said
to
the
say.
opposite.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were saying I've never broken a bone in my body because I have a glass of milk a day.
Oh, okay. No. I was agreeing with you guys.
Oh. Yeah,
But
we
I just
we took
prefer,
that the wrong way.
Yeah. I just prefer my cereal dry. I don't know.
That's fucked up.
What's wrong?
That's
That's
also weird.
fucked up,
Cocoa
bro.
Pops taste. Cocoa
my
Pops
God.
taste.
Yeah, you know what, Gun?
better,
I also
bro.
like eating drywall as well.
I
You know?
just-
without
When I
milk.
was like 10, I used to get the Rice Krispies, and I used to like chew a bunch in my mouth and make like a mulch. And I was like, the mulch tasted so good.
Dude, have you never had the fucking Fruity Loops milk? Like that is that.
No, we don't have that in the UK.
Oh, you
what
don't
the
have it in
fuck
the
is
UK? Oh
Fruity
my
Loops?
god,
No.
Fruit Loops milk was like cocaine for children. It was the best part about it.
To me, I just like, I don't know, without the milk, cereal is just more tasty. Because like you are diluting the taste with milk, basically. Right?
I think you just don't like milk.
Yeah, I think you just don't like flavor.
What are you talking about?
think you don't like
no,
flavor.
no.
No, I think you don't like
No,
flavor.
the milk dilutes the flavor of the actual cereal
what
itself.
have all those Thai peppers done to your taste buds, my boy?
Just singe them
Yeah,
off.
what happened?
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of hot takes, Shouting Zombie says hot dogs taste better with no condiments on them, and I have to agree.
Like
with this.
raw?
Huh?
Like a raw dog?
A raw dog.
Like just
He's
a
literally raw dogging it.
raw dogging.
like a hot
raw
dog and a
dogging.
bun.
Yeah.
No.
You
Yeah,
are on,
no.
You are on drugs if you think that.
Shit is drier than the Sahara. I'm getting dry mouth thinking about
Yeah.
it. I'm like, no.
Hot dogs taste good by themselves. They do. They taste good by themselves.
Inferior.
It's
No, what?
It's hot dogs already have like, it's not like it has no flavoring. It already has flavoring, you know?
Yeah, but why would you not want to add onto that flavoring with a great thing
What?
that adds
This-
onto
I
it?
really think your aversion to condiments has completely rotted your brain.
Yeah.
Like you what is these takes?
I just don't understand why you hate, like, you have such a personal, like, vendetta.
What did they
against
do to
condiment.
you? Like what happened?
Like, did your dad beat you with like tomato sauce or something? Like, why?
shit.
Like, why?
just take shit.
Like, why? Why do you hate condiments so much? I don't understand.
I just like the way
Is
things
there like
taste.
some deep-rooted childhood trauma?
I just like the way
against
things
condiments?
taste. I'm just saying. I just like the
Like,
way
something
things
must
taste.
have you
happened
ever
to you
had
to hate
any food that you think can be improved with a condiment?
Okay, we need to define condiments because I've had this a
Okay.
lot where
Okay.
I would go out to eat somewhere, right? And then there's like the sauce or something I put on it, and people would be like, "Oh, I thought you hate
gravy
condiments."
doesn't count. I don't count gravy.
Yeah. So
Gravy's not-
do we count something like Nando's sauce as a condiment?
That's a condiment.
I'd say so, yeah.
So what is the definition of condiment then? Because I count Nando's sauce as like a sauce.
I would typically argue, and I don't know if my understanding is correct, it's like a thing that you don't
There you
need
go.
to
What
add.
qualifies as a condiment?
Like it isn't like the dish is not. It's like typically served without it.
Okay, here we go. A condiment is a sauce or other
Enhance.
preparation that is added to food to enhance its flavor or appearance.
So does that mean fucking?
So common condiments include salt, pepper, vinegar, mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise.
Okay, I hate
I don't
everything
count
there
salt.
but
I don't count salt and
and pepper.
pepper.
Seasoning.
Yeah.
That's a seasoning, yes.
Oh, clearly. Okay, so do you count
Yeah, this is from Marquis
peppercorn
Caviar.
sauce? Because
What?
Peppercorn. do you
Yeah,
count-
but it's a condiment.
Yeah, that's a condiment.
yeah.
okay. I just hate.
The traditional.
I just hate the traditional mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise.
you don't like any mustard. Like what about Dijon mustard? Like the little like the ball mustard that like they always serve in Japan.
I like the ball mustard, but it really depends on the dish.
Well, I shouldn't have called it ball mustard.
Yeah,
I like the
just call it Dijon. It has a name.
I wasn't sure if you knew what Dijon mustard was.
I do. I actually really.
He hates it so much that he's just like, I don't know what
I
that is.
refuse to even know its name.
I actually really like
Ball
Dijon
mustard
mustard.
is such a bad name. But you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. I knew what you're talking about.
That's what I'm going to call my jizz from now on, ball mustard.
Ball milk.
I do like Dijon mustard. I do like the ball mustard.
Well, there you go. That's
As it-
condiment.
That's
Yeah,
condiment,
yeah.
that's
But
condiment.
You don't like Cubie
You don't like
mayonnaise?
you don't like very saucy condiments then, like very thick, viscous sauces.
Like barbecue sauce? You don't like barbecue sauce?
I am. It really depends, but barbecue sauce. If there's too much of it, then I can't handle it.
Well, yeah, too much of any sauce is bad.
Bro, you go to some places in America, they definitely have too much sauce.
Yeah,
on
and
their
I hate that.
Like too much barbecue sauce.
It's like they forget that the sauce is not the main part of the meal.
I like just a hint of,
Yeah.
just a hint. But unfortunately with condiments, it's always way too fucking much that a lot of times just overpowers the thing that I actually want to taste. And also I just hate ketchup. I despise ketchup. That's just me.
crazy.
That's so weird.
I just
What
can't.
about Kewpie mayonnaise? Do you like Kewpie mayonnaise?
Kewpie mayonnaise in regulation. I can't even Kewpie mayonnaise I like, but it's only like just a little bit. Like sometimes I see you guys dipping some like
I dip everything in it, bro. I
dipping
get it
shit in it.
there,
And I'm
yeah.
like, that's too much mayonnaise.
Oh, dude.
No.
it's so
I do
fucking
like
good.
it, but
It's
I
the
like
best.
just a little bit. I don't know, just just overpowers the actual flavor of the thing I actually that I actually like too much. And should complement it, not take
It does
over.
complement. That's why when you like dip dipping like hot chips into like tomato sauce or mustard or whatever it is that you want to use, like it's only a little bit.
You know how like sometimes they would have like Doritos and then they would have like Doritos salsa? Would you ever like dip that in?
Is salsa a condiment?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you like salsa?
I like salsa.
There you go then.
That's a condiment.
That's a condiment.
You could eat the chips.
Okay, so I hate the mainstream condiments. I just hate
the big three.
I hate the big three. That's it. Okay, so I don't hate condiments.
Are you a condiment hipster?
I don't hate condiments. I just hate the big
Dijon
three.
mustard, salsa,
Yeah,
I only like
guacamole.
the underrated ones.
Because no one goes to like a fucking McDonald's and be like, oh, do you have a packet of salsa with this? Maybe somewhere else in the world, but in most places in the world, it's like the big three, or maybe the big four with like barbecue sauce. And I only like barbecue sauce on my ribs.
Bloody hell.
Fuck, man. All right, shit. Okay.
Get that shit away from me. Get the condiments away from me.
All right. As much shit America gets for not having a culture of good food, I'd argue their food ranges are the best in the world. You can go to any random city in the country, will almost likely be able to find any decent to great meal from any country in the world.
That's because America is a melting pot of different cultures. So
I'd say Cleveland would.
Cleveland would disagree.
Cleveland would disagree with you.
I'd say that this very much depends on the city you're in.
Yeah.
I think like
if you're in like say LA or New
you can
York,
get anything,
then yeah, sure. But I think
but
most
that's
places
the same
will not.
for like London and other really big
Same
giant.
for Australia.
Yeah.
Like Japan, you can get everything.
Yeah.
Like
You just described multiculturalism.
like any like really big city will you should be able to find anything like or like something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually feel you guys overhype how especially in like
Americans are very quick to be like, we have the best food range in the world. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
There are other countries that have different cultures, right?
I feel like you can get as much variety here in Tokyo than you can in America in like the big cities.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and as good a quality as well, I would say.
I agree. All
All right, next up.
This one's from Gonic UK. Beer is shit and all taste the same. Cider is 100 times better and has more different kinds of flavors available.
Like, this is like asking a guy who doesn't like condiments to like rate condiments. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not helpful. He likes juice. He likes alcohol juice.
He's part of the Big Apple conspiracy.
Big Apple. It's okay to say you like juice. Like you don't like beer.
Yeah.
Like you, of course it
I
tastes
bet
the
he
same.
drinks smoothies and likes it.
He probably
I
does.
bet he drinks
doesn't know he's
innocent
drinking
smoothies.
apple. Yeah, he's just drinking fucking apple.
Yeah, he's like 70% apple juice. I drink apple cider all the time. It's great.
Yeah, like I mean, a beer is obviously going to like it's the same way for me. Like I can't tell the difference between a cheap and good whiskey because I just don't like whiskey. Like that's just a thing.
That's fair.
I recognize that, and it's not for me. But then to be like it all tastes the same is just being like you're a moron.
Yeah.
You also basically like the Smirnoff Ice of the drink world. All right, cider. Hey, it's got game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You are literally like it's just juice with alcohol.
Yeah, change it up a bit,
I mean,
man.
Come on, boss.
sometimes have you had like some like traditional like cider sometimes where it's basically smells like feet?
Yeah. Or it basically it's been cooking in the barrel long enough. It's just wine.
Where
It just becomes wine, like really fruity wine.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I don't think there's a beer that, there's beers I'm less keen on, but there's no beer that I've been repulsed by having before.
Yeah, totally.
But there are definitely some ciders when I lived in Bristol, and it's it's fucking
We have
West
some
Country.
garbage ciders in the
There are some ciders that are just like,
Absolute
yes,
stinkers,
we just forgot that this was rotting, and we're gonna serve this shit. It smells like feet and mold.
The default Strongbow tastes so gross.
Holy shit.
Dude, there are some ciders in Japan as well where I'm just like, they really
There's
get
like no
off their
culture
game.
of like cider there in Japan.
Yeah.
We're just
there's no
molding
culture
because
of
you can't
cider.
get good ciders
You
in
can get like really
Japan.
fancy cider. Like I do like I like cider. Like I think there's some really really good ciders.
Yeah,
And
totally.
you definitely get like
There
some
is.
like craft ones. You can get.
Yeah.
There's have you ever had pear cider?
I have.
It's
Yes.
really good too.
Really
Some
good.
really nice fancy ones. There's some really amazing ciders. But listen, you just don't like beer, all right?
Yeah,
it's not a hot take.
that's
all right?
fine.
Beer does not taste the same. You're just a moron.
I'm not mad. I'm just
I'm just
disappointed.
disappointed.
I'm just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed you don't objectively like the correct thing.
Yeah. Someone needs to take you out for an actual nice
I thought you were going to say take you out and shoot you. Pop! Someone just needs to take you out back and finish you off.
What kind of take is this? People should understand basic physics and incorporate them into their movements instead of using the default settings everyone is using.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What
does that mean?
Is this guy living in like debug mode? Like what?
Bro, talking in Rain Man.
Is he talking about walking?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is basic physics? And incorporate them into their movements. Yeah, I think all movements incorporate basic physics, whether you like it or not.
Wait, I gotta ask. Do you know how old you guys were when you learned how to walk?
I was 9 months.
You were 9 months?
Yeah.
How old are you? Do you know?
Oh, fuck knows. That was the best ever to do it.
Yeah.
Fucking 6 months? Yeah, 6 months.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently I was like super late because I was trying to figure out.
I'm pretty lazy. I think I could believe it if I was late.
Yeah, I was like a year and a half, and apparently I thought that was normal for the longest time, but I heard that I was so lazy that I just couldn't be bothered to walk. And then apparently my cousin had about 12 months. That's normal. Yeah. Apparently my cousin literally was like, she would often come around and she was so tired of me like not being able to walk that she went full like Tiger Mom mode and was just like,
get your ass up.
Get your ass up. You are learning how to walk right fucking now. You ain't stop using this crawling shit.
Hey man,
I mean, like a weird debuff that we're just born, we just can't figure that shit out. Like 9 months.
Well, it's because we didn't incorporate basic physics into our movement. That's when people first understand basic physics. When it's like, wait, I'm bipedal. I can walk on 2 instead of 4. That's crazy.
All right, Bergson de Bomb. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You don't have to say that.
All right. Everyone who says money doesn't buy happiness is just saying so because they don't have any money. Wait.
All right.
Everyone who says money doesn't buy happiness is just saying so because they don't. Wait.
He's arguing that like
money does buy happiness.
It's like it's a gate-kept secret by the rich that they.
All right, Silicon Valley arsehole. Like what the fuck?
But I think it certainly buys a level of happiness. I think it. I mean, you can't tell me that like not having to worry about your housing, how you know if you can go out with your friends.
It completely depends on how you define happiness. Because, like, for some people, yes, I think money can buy you happiness. Like, as you said, like a house, a car, like these luxuries.
I mean, certainly, like, not having to worry about that gives you a base level to work off of.
Sure.
You are certainly going to be more unhappy without.
If I was stressing about making rent every month, I would be unhappy.
It's important, 100%, but, like, it can't buy you everything,
I mean, I think the saying comes down to it where, a lot of the times, if you don't have any money, that is the source of basically all your problems, Yeah. And you think if I solve this huge problem in my life, then every problem in my life is going to be solved. And then you realize after you have money, you do get rid of all that problems, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee that you won't have other problems in your life that can be solved by having money. But I mean, it's also saying where it's also saying from a person that does have money.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first got started on YouTube and I had like a little bit of savings from my previous job, but I remember I was very conscious about money and how I was spending it. Yeah, and that was like a lot of my thought and like what I was like, money all the time. Because I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to be unsustainable. Like, so I really thought about it a lot. And so obviously now I'm obviously in a great position where I don't have to worry about it. And it certainly, it changes everything. Like it changes everything in your life. Like not having to worry about that ever is like huge. And I think it's certainly, it won't make you happy, but it gives you the biggest leg up, I think, more than anything in life.
Yeah.
I think there are a few things that definitely help you have a core level where you can work off of. Like it also gives you time to work on yourself. Yeah. Like when you are just struggling to get by, you have no time to do anything for yourself. Like you can't even like exercising is a luxury, right? Stuff like that just makes you happier. Like exercising is like a luxury a lot of the time because like to find that time to do it and to have a gym membership or do it or have the time to maybe buy these more expensive proteins or healthier foods, right? This shit's expensive. Like all of this stuff a lot of the problems in life can be fixed when you have money. So I think it certainly gives you the tools and the leg up to give, like, to open the doors to allowing yourself to be happier. Now, that being said, someone who could be struggling with money could be way more happier than someone with money. Obviously,
Yeah,
like, this is
obviously.
it's different, but like to pretend like it doesn't factor into it is just naive.
Yeah.
I agree.
Pretty much.
there
Couldn't
we
have
go.
said it better myself.
Society, guys.
Pull another one out.
All right. Also, why is it like a hot take? He's like, nah, it doesn't. It affects it. All right. What the fuck? Cheetos belong inside of a PB&J.
Tell me you're American without telling me you're American.
That is such a struggle meal. That's vile.
I'm trying to envision this.
We should have tried this.
So you've got 2 slices of bread, right?
Yeah.
You put the peanut butter on, you put the jelly on. Before you close it up, you sprinkle in some Cheetos,
Whoa.
and then you slam it down.
He essentially wants like he's looking for a crisp. He wants a crispy sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I can understand, but I feel like a cheesy Cheeto is not the play. It's like because we have
That's too overpowering.
we have
right?
crisp sandwiches in the UK, but I feel like it wouldn't work with peanut butter.
No. Or jam.
It's like it goes with like a.
That's a
put it
weird
with, like,
combo,
you put it
bro.
like-
I love how you're like, we have crisp sandwiches in the UK, but we have standards actually.
We do.
We have
We do.
standards. We don't
overcomplicate it.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I have never been a fan of the crisp sandwiches in the UK. All right, they're not my thing. My dad loves it. It's a proper like old British like blue collar thing
Yeah.
where like you just kind of like going to work. You're like, fuck it, I'll put some of my Walkers in my ham and cucumber sandwich.
Yeah, we do it in
Yeah.
Australia as well.
Sure
Yeah.
thing. But like, I think the wetness of a peanut butter and jam would not work.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. You're putting too much
And also,
into
you
the
normally
sandwich,
would
man.
use. You normally it's either like cheese and onion or ready salted. It's like a very mild flavor.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wouldn't have a cheesy Cheeto in it. That's just too much.
Just cheese with peanut butter and jelly just does not sound like a combination that should work, and it probably doesn't. And that is wild.
Yeah, that's like too sweet with too much sweetness
Yeah.
with the cheese.
Also, I don't know what's wrong with just making a PB&J and then just having a bowl of chips on the side.
yeah.
You know, you can also do that. It doesn't have to be an all-in-one package. Anyway, that one was
all
weird.
right.
All right. Okay. Turn-based combat is way better than real-time combat. I assume in video games.
Yes, I would actually in real life. Actually,
Could you imagine turn-based combat in real life? It's like, pa! And you're just waiting.
You like watches
It's
like,
like-
the slap tournaments.
yeah.
He's
It's
"Nah,
like
just
all
way
right,
better
all
than
right,
fight."
all right. Now your turn.
So he's arguing in video games, turn-based combat is way better than real-time combat.
Well, I mean, okay.
I think it's a preference.
It's
I'm being
absolutely
honest.
a preference.
Yeah.
I like both systems.
Same.
I
I
would
like
never
both.
I would never want a Elden Ring with a turn base, and I'd never want a like a Fear and Hunger with a real time combat.
Yeah.
Like I think
Can you imagine real time chess? How it just
that's basically
That would be crazy.
basically bullet. That's basically bullet. I mean,
just
Oh my God.
just like micromanaging all your chess pieces.
This guy-
it's not blitz. It's just like you can move like several pieces at a time.
I see
It's like StarCraft. in
Yeah, like
chess.
StarCraft,
You require more pawns.
I see a shit take here. Genuinely think that basically any light novel imaginable is better than most shonen jump manga. What a dog shit
Listen,
take.
man, I love light novels as much as the next guy, but that is a bad take.
There's literally like light novels that are like, my 6-year-old sister in another world can't be this
Yeah.
this kawaii.
Yeah.
It's like how is that better than every other shonen jump manga?
I highly doubt that you're actually being genuine about this.
You're just
because-
trying to just farm
Yeah,
interaction,
that
and it
is-
worked.
Dal
'cause I
Black
interacted.
Rose. I remember you from. I think you submitted your hentai 3x3.
Oh.
wasn't bad.
I can't remember, but I recognize that name.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the big difference between light novels and Shonen Jump manga is that Shonen Jump just have such a good system where they have a brand of quality on whatever they publish because it is a very competitive magazine. And also they have probably some of the most talented editors in the entire industry.
Yeah.
With light novels, it's kind of just, let's just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. And
Yeah.
sometimes you get a banger, A lot of times you get a lot of slop.
Yeah, shonen manga has a formula that works that they run with, and light novels have a formula that doesn't work that they run with. That's the biggest difference.
Well, Joey, it works for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, I've read a lot of light novels, and I would say a good 90 to 95% of light novels, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know why they decided to go with this.
Yeah, Joey, do you want to keep scrolling down?
Just
Do you
doesn't
think there's any
work.
good ones in there?
Let me see.
All right. Sushi is the most overrated Japanese food.
No, I'd say ramen.
I'd say ramen.
I think most
for
people,
that one.
most people who live here will tell you that the sushi lives up to the sushi,
Yeah.
the hype. But the ramen, eventually, I find most people after they move here, they just stop eating ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a very rare thing to eat ramen.
I agree.
The comfort of getting served ready food will never beat the accomplishing feeling of cooking on your own. Well, these guys are not going to know anything about that, unfortunately. I obviously agree with that. Even just something about cooking your own food, you can go to like a really good restaurant that can cook food way better than you. That's just, even like struggle meals sometimes can taste good if you cook it yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think home cooked meals always taste better than a restaurant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously, I don't
I can't
do
be
that.
fucked.
All right.
All right, what do you got?
NTR is good if you didn't try to self-insert yourself as any of the characters and treat it as an 18-plus drama series. The boys actually like NTR based on your comments on every hentai special.
Whoa. What the fuck?
All of you often misunderstood what it meant.
That is defamation.
Okay. First of all, what the hell do you mean based on our comments we like it? When have we ever, what the fuck?
We've been pretty vocal about not liking NTR over this podcast.
There's no world where I want to see like the hot woman be railed by like the most vile looking 60-year-old man who's like a gross human being.
I'm just not into it. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't. What do you mean misunderstand? What am I trying
Also,
are you not jacking off?
Yeah,
What-
also the assumption that, when we watch an NTR, we're like, I'm going to self-insert. It's like, no, I've never done that. Have you ever self-inserted yourself into an NTR?
What do you mean?
Wait.
Like
So
when
wait,
you
wait,
watch
wait,
it-
wait,
Do you
wait,
self-insert
wait.
yourself into...
When you watch an NTR, right?
Uh-huh.
And you see like the guy who's committing...
When you watch
the
like a porn you like, you're like imagining like, if that was me, that's hot.
Yeah, that's the self-insert,
But
right?
you don't obviously you wouldn't. Yeah, but that's why I don't like it, because obviously when you watch stuff like that, I'm thinking, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like that's a terrible human being. I don't want to self-insert myself into a terrible human being.
I don't want to be this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy is everything I don't want to be.
So like, first of all, the assumption that we even do a self-insert during an NTR, like I just don't like, and all of us don't like the idea of NTR.
Yeah, I think this person... I think he half-cooked, because I like NTR in like a drama
like
series.
a comedy sense, like
Not a comedy sense.
some of them are funny.
Some of them are fun.
Some of them are hilarious.
When that kid walked in on his best friend railing his mom, that was kind of funny. I know that's not technically an NTR, but maybe it had all the clippings of one.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes NTR in like TV series or something like that spices things up.
Just say you like Domestic Girlfriend.
It's not even Domestic Girlfriend. It's just like, any fucking love triangle or any kind of like...
I guess that's my problem, is that it doesn't feel like a love triangle. It feels more like a sexual assault speed run.
No, did you have you ever watched what's the closest thing okay, so the problem I have with this take is that unfortunately my main purpose of watching hentai is not to appreciate a fucking drama series.
Yeah.
That is...
If I wanted to do that, I'd watch a drama series.
Yes. But you take that formula, put it in a drama series, and you're like, yo, give me the tea. Yo, she did what? This person cheated on that person, and he fucking knew about it. Okay, that's just some fucking Desperate Housewives shit or something or something like that.
You should watch the Desperate Housewives in hentai form.
I don't actually. Sydney's been watching. I came to Michael. Sydney started watching Desperate Housewives. I don't know why. I don't fucking know why.
The really desperate housewives.
But I just love. I find it funny, not just because of like the spice that comes with it, but just seeing people's reaction. Like, did any of you guys watch Darling in the Franxx at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the community reaction of whenever that girl got rejected, or whenever fucking that the REM moment in ReZero, I find fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Same.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That is
It's
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. In my hentai, no.
Yeah, I'm not as attached to these characters, so like,
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
Also, there's not normally a ugly bastard in my drama series. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, ReZero would have been really different if Subaru was an ugly bastard. You know?
Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine?
Oh my! I actually really want to see that now. Like, that would be so good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, bottom line is we don't like NTR. Period.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's no other way of saying that. All right, what do we got?
Very few anime that are older than 10 years old are actually good. And people who think they are good are just nostalgic. Could you imagine in any form of media being like, everything older than 10 years is shit?
That's how long it's been since Joey stopped watching anime.
Yeah.
So
Is this your account, Joey?
Yeah, this is my old account.
Well, actually, no, he's saying...
No, it's the other way
Yeah,
around.
he's saying
Yes, the other way around.
barely any anime older than 10 years are good.
Well, that's
What?
yeah. I mean, that is obviously an insult.
Could you imagine being like, there are no good films before 2014? There's like 3 good films.
The Godfather. 1, 2, 3.
I think anime has had a very big like shift in the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's changed a lot into what anime I feel like is more known for today. Like the kind of, you know, like a lot of the
What
stuff
is it
that-
known for today?
Well, I feel
What is it known for today,
anime
Connor?
back then was a little bit more different. You know, you got stuff like Black Lagoon. You got fucking Jormungand. You got shit like that was kind of like, you know, it's a bit edgy. And now I feel like the stuff is edgy, but they still have all the staples that you come to expect from an anime. They have like a cute anime girl that's always there.
But
and
does that come with the fact that because you have already experienced the older shows that had those similar stereotypes, that when you look at these newer shows now, you're just like, oh, I've already seen this before.
I think that like because anime has been very like derivative of itself.
Yes.
And I feel like all the staples of like anime culture that we come to know from anime shows appears a lot more in anime. There's a lot less different types. And I feel like this guy likes that style of anime where it's all like cute girls. It's all basically like, I guess how Shonen Jump feels the past like 10 years.
Easy to consume.
Yeah, it's very like, you know, you'd never get like a fucking Bokurano made today. You know what I mean?
And if you do, then no one's watching.
I actually
Yeah.
disagree with you guys.
Oh.
I think obviously there is a lot more slop right now, but that's just because there is just a lot more anime being made.
There's some amazing animes still being.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not saying
mean-
it's not, but I feel like on the whole, like a lot more animes that feel very similar and derivative of each other are popping up.
I mean, I would say they started getting derivative around like the early 2000s. I'd say that's
Yeah.
when that's when I would say a lot of the
The light novel era, right?
kind of like the light novel era
Yeah.
where a lot of these tropes and a lot of these, definitely character archetypes fully formed. You know, you
That's
look,
what I feel like this guy likes. Like he's pretty a fan of those archetypes, those tropes being formed.
but I feel like there's way more. There's even more variety now than there is back in the day.
Yeah, but I think that's just out of pure quantity, not
That is out of pure
I
quantity.
feel like if you are making 4 times the amount of shows, you
Yeah.
will just have more quantity. But I feel like on an average,
But
per
you won't have
basis,
4 times more quality.
Yeah, I think like on a per basis, like we're getting more of the same.
yeah.
But we are getting some absolute bangers. Like,
Yeah,
don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And I think like this guy is probably more into the culture of what anime is now.
I don't think honestly, I don't think
I'm just assuming.
I don't think the culture of anime from like the last 10 years has changed too much.
I feel like it has.
I think it has.
Really?
I feel like it has a lot.
Joey, why'd you stop watching anime?
Pretty much for that reason that Connor was saying is that like I feel with each new show that would pop up, there were just too many qualities of that show that I've just kind of seen
Yeah,
before.
I feel like there are a lot of shows just cannot exist in a
Yeah.
vacuum. Like
But-
they cannot like.
But I'd argue that, it feels a lot less fresh because when you got into anime, it was fresh.
Yes.
But it's fucking fiction. Everything is like iterative of what came before it.
I feel there are more anime today that have taken direct inspiration from other anime.
Yes.
Whereas when we go back to like the early 2000s, late 90s, I feel that the ideas that were incorporated in anime and manga a lot more of it felt like there were more outside inspirations.
I also
if that
don't
makes sense.
feel that way with any other medium that I've consumed my entire life.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that with gaming. I don't feel like that with film. I don't feel like that with TV show.
Even though I'm
What do you
sure there's a
mean?
lot of games
I
that are
don't
like
feel that like when I watch TV now, or maybe that's because there's just way more. And I think there is just more movies and TV in general and games.
Yeah.
I don't feel that I'm often getting a derivative of something else a lot of the time. Like,
Oh, I mean, yes, you totally are. Games went through this massive like FPS phase where everything was a fucking FPS. Movies are now going through the superhero phase where every other
but I
big
feel like
blockbuster is
it's
a fucking
very-
superhero film.
yeah, I guess there is a sense of that. I
Yeah.
just feel like that with anime, there's only ever like 2 or 3 you can turn to a season that really feel different. Whereas movies and games, TV, there's always more.
Yeah, I disagree. I think anime back in the day, there was probably like 2 or 3 shows you can think of per year that you really hold in high esteem.
Yeah.
And I think that
But I think they were all like way more different, and they were all willing to like do newer ideas. But like now, there's like less of that. I don't know.
But maybe you feel that way again because you have seen those older shows and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, this is just
Yeah.
kind of a clone of, or maybe it's just a little bit too similar to that older show.
Like I feel like the big advantage you have is that you're talking about any anime from like 10 years ago where we have the entirety of that era to judge. But even
have the entirety
off the
of
top
it,
of my head, you mentioned Black Lagoon and Jormungand. Well, this era we've had like shit like Cyberpunk Edge Runners. We've had like Odd Taxi.
But
like,
I feel like those, I feel like those aren't very like similar to like the previous ones, I guess. But
yeah. There are. I feel like this generation there are so many great shows
maybe
and
it's
so
the
many.
extremes of the sides where I feel like there are so many cool, unique things like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But there's just so much that is so similar.
Oh,
that
there
maybe,
definitely
like,
is.
I feel that like that is very frustrating as a fan.
And I feel like, unfortunately, it is just Sturgeon's law where 90% of everything that comes out is just like shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have naturally been able to filter out the shit that came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Whereas now we can see the amount of slop coming out. And I think the biggest thing
there's probably
is
some truth
that
to that.
it's just because there is so much media and shit like that, it's just so much harder to find the good stuff. Just because there is so much stuff to wade through. But I would say right now, I think this is true with like every media, is that, but especially anime, is that because there is so much, before everyone watched the same things, the same critically
The money's different.
the
now.
same critically acclaimed
Production's
things.
different.
And now you have shows that are really, really good just for their niche. And it might not be something that appeals to everyone, but for the niche that it appeals to, there is actually way more choice in that specific niche. Like,
It's just like a very Japan thing in general, though. They love accommodating a niche.
Yes.
yeah,
They love it. I mean, Tokyo is like.
Well, it's because they understand that
Yeah.
like subcultures,
Yeah.
like the fans that are in those subcultures are majority of the time die hard, and they will support anything that fulfills that niche, right? And
Yeah.
I think a lot of anime production companies understand that, and they think, well, this is worth sinking the money into because even though the audience may be small, the audience is going to be there,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is an interesting way of looking at it. And for a lot of those kinds of small niches, it has worked, to varying levels of success, but it does also give birth to a lot of shows where you're like, who is this aimed for? Who
Right.
is
Do you
actually
think in
watching
like
this?
10 years we'll look back on like this generation of anime and we'll have like as many like iconic characters to remember as we did in like the generation before?
See,
I
it's
feel like,
hard,
I feel
right?
like someone like Gojo or whatever, well, he'll be around for his iconicness will be
Yeah.
around. But I feel like Demon Slayer, for as big as it was, I don't think we walked away with like feeling any of those characters were iconic. And like the same way I do with like 90s shows where the characters really felt like they had some energy to them.
I think it also has to do with the fact that like now this generation, everything is a lot more fast paced, right? Like back in the day, because there is so
be an
much
iconic
coming
character,
out.
you really have to
Yeah.
like have
Whereas
staying
back
power.
then, I feel the bar of entry to be remembered
Yeah.
as one of those like go-to characters was a lot lower because we had
fair.
more time to talk about it because there was less stuff
Yeah.
coming
Yeah,
out.
I feel like the media landscape is just quicker now, just because things move so fast. We move on to the next thing really, really, really
like the
fast.
hype is a lot higher, but it also
Yeah.
dies down a lot faster as well.
Yeah.
Compared to like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, but
I
I feel
think this guy is so wrong.
Yeah, it's a shit take.
yeah,
That's definitely a shit take.
it is a shit take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, I hope you realize it's a shit show.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to
wrap
probably.
it up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good place to
there
wrap
were
up.
a ton more other
Show me.
bad takes that you guys
Show
sent
me
to us
that
on Patreon, and we will actually be going through a couple of the ones we missed out on this week's Patreon exclusive video that you guys can go check out right now by going to patreon.com/trash taste, just like all these patrons on screen can check out right now.
And of course, whenever we do episodes that involve community input, they'll always be on the Patreon. So if you
Yep.
want to get involved with these episodes, make sure to go over to the Patreon and join it. There's tons of content there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, but
Wait, Joey, did you mention that we are continuing this on our Patreon?
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
He did.
Okay. Sorry, I just.
I literally said it 10
I
seconds
just
ago.
like zoned out for a second.
Don't worry.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. But hey, if you want to check that extra Let's
it out.
Fight over on our Patreon, as well as a bunch of other weekly exclusive Patreon content, then head on over to patreon.com/trash taste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if I hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And we will see you guys next week in a hopefully not as spicy episode. I'm just kidding. It's trash taste. It's always spicy. Bye.
Bye.